Hey!
Greetings, world.
Hey.
What's up, people?
I'm not Taylor.
No, that's definitely not the right spot.
Man. I just want to be Taylor.
Welcome, guys. Sorry about the skip last week. We had a bunch of people that were sick with the death. It's rolled through Nashville and through all of our circles, all of our works.
I died, but I survived.
Yeah, it's hard. Well, you had that chapstick that staves off death, right? From Jimothy.
Yes.
Which is actually made out of, like, I don't know, goat shit or something.
I feel like a lot of it is piss.
It seems like a trend.
Yeah.
75.
Finds a way to dehydrate it and then like gets it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And for some reason served up in chapstick form, in like a balm. Balmy form.
Yeah, this is Expedition Dracana, which is a Fate core game using the horror toolkit, using the chapter, the High Cost of Living, which has to do with a survival type game. Flash the book, there it is. Yep, good stuff in here. So these characters are on an expedition to the frozen north, essentially to the North Pole, where nobody's ever been before.
Hey, Dangerous Dice, thanks for tuning in. We were chatting on Twitter earlier.
Awesome. Yeah, great book. Yeah, but at the moment, our characters had actually been scavenging, right? So using the mechanics from this game, they were gathering some food, and Firla and Navius and the Snowvine and Alexi had gone out to gather stuff, and you guys did, but on the way you encountered some scouts of orcish scouts.
Yeah. They let loose some arrows at us, and we fled, and we heard the horn.
Yeah, some of them got away, and then you guys heard the blasting of horns, which, thanks to Sirenscape.
Oh.
Taylor's on his way.
Taylor's on his way, yes.
He forgot his character sheet. And his soul.
Fuck.
He died in real life.
Oh no.
You guys start hearing the pounding of the war drums and the war horns blowing.
Oh, great.
Yep.
It's gonna be great, guys.
And you can just tell by the sound of it that this is a large group. This is a war band.
Damn.
And you gotta flee.
What are they up to?
I think we need to step in with our roster just to remind people
Our lovely crew. Everyone is fully,
on the chopping block.
Minus one arm. I think there should be arm on
Firla's
yes,
arm.
I did lose an arm, so there was that. Yep.
Do we wait
Yes,
for Taylor
orc dinner.
to roll this?
No, we must roll that.
Ooh, the gravity
before
well.
any rolls take place.
The gravity well must be rolled.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't feel good about that.
that's all right. That's all
I
right.
don't feel good
Keith
about that.
rolls next.
Keith?
I sense something good coming from Keith.
It's a 13, folks. They're
Wasn't it a 13
deciding over
13's
it.
where we ended
can do
last
this.
time.
last time?
I have.
Keith lost his arm?
Is 13 actually a good roll? Is there any
I don't
superstition to 13 as a number on the gravity well?
I don't think you stay on that if we're playing blackjack, right?
13 is a fool's number, says Kirby. Okay.
Yeah. Lhanji,
Alright,
who can't refuse a bet.
9.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
Better than a 13, right?
okay. Yep.
I think I used up my good gravity roll on Wednesday.
Yep.
Oh!
There it is.
16.
Okay.
Gangbusters.
Let's put a bird on that.
Put
huh?
a bird upon that.
There's a bird behind you. On the top right, the cliffs up there.
I see it. The owl.
The owl.
I meant to roll a 16, by the way. Just so y'all know.
Or that one. that works too.
Oh, there's the owl.
Yeah.
It does count.
I mean, it was a bird, so
That's a little
there we
heavy.
go. There we go. Yeah.
That keeps it stuck. where it needs to be.
That's the official bird to
There
be
you go.
placed upon.
Yeah, the
thine
owl.
dice.
Here, we'll get a lovely little display of this situation here. Necessary.
Yeah.
Fully necessary.
Yeah, so you guys you had been traveling at walking speed essentially with many people walking alongside your wagons, but because you don't have really enough room to properly carry everybody, the people that are in the back of these wagons are jumped on in a last minute fashion, probably on top of other supplies and stuff. But we've got everybody laid out in their vehicles. I don't recall what order that you guys said that you were going in. I just
think that
set
was
them
it.
out
I
here.
think this is the.
Is that correct?
What
That was
set up.
the
I couldn't remember if these two were,
Oh.
or if you guys care.
No, I think Firla was.
I
closer to the
don't
front.
really know that it will matter that much.
Taylor.
What's up?
Everything.
Well, you made it.
I made it just in time for the high-speed chase.
Yeah.
Yep, just in time for the orc drums.
Would you
and
like to
the-
re-roll a 16?
A bird's been placed on it.
That's true.
16's pretty good. Isn't that what we had last time?
Also, a bird has been placed upon it.
That's true. That kind of seals it.
It does.
And if you were to,
I thought,
if you were to uncork a seal, I'm pretty sure that's bad juju.
yeah.
So.
Any seal, no matter what.
Although to be fair, I'm sure our lovely GM would love for us to possibly screw that up.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would be happy for you
Even
to,
worse.
but you know, first of all, you're breaking the magic of the bird, and secondly, yeah, you're likely to roll. You're likely to roll worse than that. So
Have we
I'm all
ever
for
done
it.
that before? Have we
the
ever
last
like
episode.
uncorked the magic?
Unintentionally, and I threatened to kick Daniel from the table.
I
from
wasn't
it
even
early
in
on.
the group yet.
Yeah, it's true. I gave him a really hard time for it.
The gravity well.
I was just playing with him, but I don't think he knew that I was just playing with him.
I was like, I had no idea.
I acted like
so
it was like
sorry.
a serious superstition that like, how dare you knock the bird off?
It is serious. It's magic.
Well, true.
I mean,
We-
I fully believe it.
We did win a awesome castle. Actually, much of the castle that you're seeing here in this
Oh yeah.
in this thing is from Dwarven Forge, which pretty much all this terrain is Dwarven Forge. But we won it because we had the gravity well set on a 5, which was the number that we needed to roll, and we were all around it, channeling our energy into it.
As they
So-
did a live stream like rolling of a dive.
Yep. So
Rolled that
thank you
5.
so much, Dwarven Forge. That was an incredible thing to be a part of, and we empirically proved in that moment
Yeah.
that the gravity well works.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Speaking
I mean,
of-
and across airwaves, right? Through.
Yeah. It has no limit to its distance.
You know,
its
it's
reach.
probably problematic for other gamers in the area. That
Oh man.
they're like, why are these rolls happening
the-
like this?
Just constantly 16.
like a true black well, gravity well. Yeah, black star.
Does everybody have dice?
I have dice. I got my frosty.
I've got caramel.
Frosty
Do
dice.
you guys have a bottle opener?
I got teeth.
I think there's one right by the sink.
No. I don't want to see you bleed today.
How about fate tokens?
No, today.
Good.
Are we refreshing?
No.
No,
Or are we getting what we had last time?
Someone needs to die, so. Oh, thank you, sir.
I think we get what we had last time.
Okay. Yeah. I've got
Speaking
it
of
marked.
product placement, tonight's session brought to you by Topo Chico.
Yes. Right, dangerous dice. We're hooked on it. Dwarven Forge.
When you're
scenery.
here to enjoy a nice session with friends, be sure to crack open a cold one with Topo Chico. Bing. The mineral water of choice for gamers.
Flip it, send it.
Give us a case, by the way.
Sell
Just
out.
money. Money's better.
Yeah. Do you guys want to? Do we want to do any introductions around the table, super quick, and just introduce who our characters are?
Sure.
that we're playing? I think we should do that before we get started.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Go for it, Keith. Start us off.
I'll start. I am playing a snow vine. Or wait, I'm sorry. This is the joke.
Firla died.
We all have main NPCs that are kind of our companions, and many of us are maybe more connected to them than our PCs. But I'm playing Firla of the Whitenell Grove. I'm a mystical tundra dryad in search for my. Oh,
Yeah.
something just happened there. Mystical Tundra Dryad in search for their home grove. They were raised from a seed in this region of the Arctic and have thus chosen to join the expedition as a guide, and also because of secrets. Secrets. We all have secrets too.
Secret aspects.
I don't have secrets. I believe that.
And my companion is my snow vine, which is a deadly snow burrowing vine that is dangerously protective of Firla and got us in much trouble in the previous scenario by eating someone in direct sight in front of the chieftain of the village. But
Cost her arm.
Yep.
Or cost them their arm.
yes, and in which the blackened state has begun to split a little bit, and a tiny little sapling has begun to sprout.
Nice.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching it dance.
It's been several days.
The tiniest little sapling.
Yeah.
It's like yes. So that is that's me.
Cool. My name is Eric, and I'm playing Ash Telesian, a young evocation mage. Oh god. A young, gifted, but oft misunderstood evocation mage, now turned dracologist, dragon obsessed, and he is joined by his older sister Tay, who is a enchantress socialite, basically, but also very protective sister, and they're close, even though they are nothing alike. Yeah, that's me.
Are they physically close as well?
They're not. They're not.
I'm playing Yurik Milksmith, who is the battle chef of the Frostforge, traveling to fill many desires of adventure as he gets into his older age. And he's along the ride to cook for the team, and has done so pretty successfully thus far.
The most impressive beard.
Very impressive beard, nice bald spot.
Yeah.
Nice
In
hat.
his beard?
He's got
A
a
little
great
cap up on the bald spot.
Yeah, I think he's got a bald spot here and
ears.
yeah.
It just doesn't grow, so he has a comb over for his beard. Didn't drink enough milk as a kid.
He has chosen to bring along Kalima, which is the majestic caprine matriarch of the Milksmith goating herd.
It's a goat.
I suggest not
But like
looking
queen
in
of
her
the goats.
eyes. Yeah, matriarch of the goats. Milksmith would suggest not looking into her eyes.
Yeah.
Or else
You'll fall in love.
I don't think you exist after that.
Yeah.
So
We all know what happened to that
No, that's how
horse.
you get more goats. You just turn into a goat.
yeah, they will.
Kalima split a horse in half earlier.
Well, yeah, she at least broke his legs off. Like it was bad. I rolled a 7 on that attack.
Keeps getting
Yeah,
more and
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
severe with every telling
Kalima's
of it.
one attack was a real doozy.
People that
definitely
weren't
imagining.
injured in that fight walked away like scarred after seeing that.
I have a feeling
Traumatized.
Kalima's going to do some work in this one here.
Oh gosh, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Because of the nonchalant look
Yeah.
on Kalima's face after they walked away from the
Straight murder.
What is Kalima's battle cry again?
I don't know if she even has one. It's
Is it more
like
Yeah, the screaming goat.
maybe some lesser goats might make scream. I think Kalima just has like
She's
silent, dead
Yeah.
deadliness.
Silent but deadly. Got it.
Surely Sirenscape has some goat screaming sound effects, right?
Fantastic.
Check it out.
Alright, I play Lhanji, who is the sponsor of Expedition Dracana, the noble who hired all of these troublemakers and convinced them to come along for secret motives known only to herself, and not so secret motives of competing with all of the other nobles. And I'm accompanied by Sir Navius Negricor, a fencer who is Lhanji's devoted bodyguard and is probably after Alexi and Kalima in terms of heavy hitters in the squad. Navius will probably see action today. And Lhanji will probably be really bossy.
You there.
Okay, so I will be playing the role of Alexiel Girard. He is a former
Big man.
Yeah, he's the muscle. Other than Kalima and Navius.
Behind the NPCs.
Yeah. Anyways, he is a former I don't know,
Soldier.
soldier. Yeah, soldier. I was like, general? No, that's not right. No. He's a military dude. He does. I know how military works. Anyways, he's a big, strong, bad guy, and he is on the hunt for his family who absconded away somewhere in this white,
froze up for a second.
bleak wilderness. And they, I don't know, he hasn't seen or heard from him again. He's really trying to track down their whereabouts, and he needed some assistance with that. So he is accompanied by Jimothy Chrysantherson, our resident healer and the world's best snake oil salesman, who is way in over his head.
Yeah.
They can't help but just, want to up the ante on that lying.
Oh, he just
Digs it a little
really
bit
digs
deeper.
in. And
Yeah,
Every
he's
episode
our
getting himself in
our
trouble.
resident favorite deuteragonist. Is that the correct term for? I don't know. I think it's
He's our Gaius Baltar, certainly.
yeah. He's a bad guy who's helping out for, I guess, some good things.
The character you're
But he's got his own
meant to hate.
motivations too.
Yeah.
As they're clearly learning. So
Yes. And I am your dungeon master who will be putting all of these characters in peril. As per the horror toolkit rules, they've got all of these NPCs, and if players are taking damage, they can choose to pass that damage off onto the NPCs, usually at quite a high cost. Yeah, and with that, I think we're gonna kick off a chase scene here. What's that?
Not left,
Oh, it's like delayed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was lagging a bit.
it's wireless, man.
I threw the fate chase rules out the window on this one, guys.
Okay.
It just wasn't doing it for me.
It wasn't deadly enough.
No, it wasn't. I don't know. It was basically just measuring, how far ahead you were if you had gotten away, or if they were catching you, and there was kind of nothing else to it. What I was envisioning for this was like obstacles that you guys are overcoming as you're moving along this route of this stuff that I've set up. So it is kind of like zones, and each of these obstacles has a couple of aspects that you guys can invoke. And the way that I'm seeing it working is we're going to go through the initiative, and everybody gets their action either with their character or their main NPC, or really, I think probably any of the supporting NPCs if they wish to. And I will act with my creatures, the orcs that are chasing you guys, and then we will basically go kind of around the initiative again in only with the drivers, and we will then try to advance past that obstacle. So it's kind of like setup round and then follow through round, in which it's only like the vehicles, drivers rolling, and I'll be rolling for the orcs. So during that setup round, you guys can be doing something to create advantages against the obstacles that then any of the drivers in that drive phase will be able to tap if they need to in order to overcome the obstacle, right?
Should we set up someone to roll for each driver? Because we have, and the
Yeah, well, so
right there, I think we have Babs is driving.
this is no, that's Dolph.
Dolph.
Lundgren?
Yeah.
Why would you think the
Dolph
humpback is
Kingsmith,
Jimothy?
and Dolph has a pretty good ride, if I recall.
Okay.
Do you have them, or did you just have the main NPCs?
We just have the main NPCs.
Okay,
I can roll.
I
for
have the supporting NPCs.
since I'm in his cart.
Well, here, I'm just gonna hand that to you. Yeah, and driving this one is Babs.
Yes.
So, and this is Firla. So Firla will be doing that role, and Daniel will be doing that role. So I mean, yeah. However, we want to do that. Who wants to roll for Dolph, and who wants to roll for Babs?
I'll roll for Dolph since I'm in that cart.
Okay.
Who's not rolling for ride?
You and I.
Yep.
Do you want Babs? I can take Babs.
Take Babs.
Yes.
Babs is
By the
here.
hand.
Do you want
Babs is
You
such
just
a
need a
babe.
handle animal.
Yeah,
Kalima
really,
is
just
driving.
What's the handle animal score?
just +3 on handle?
Yeah.
Just so you'll know, I will be rolling handle animal, but you cannot handle Kalima.
There's no such thing.
It's not. It's just
Yeah.
a way for us to enact the mechanics of the
Yeah,
game. It's
that's
not
true.
like an accurate representation of reality.
So
That is
Dolph
very
doesn't
true.
have
Is that in the
handle
rules?
animal. Dolph has drive. Is that the same thing?
It's
Yes.
in reality.
It should be. I renamed it to handle animal, but
Okay.
that just
Okay.
didn't get copied.
So Babs is
touch my
+3.
goat.
Dolph is +2.
Let it
Sorry,
go.
each one.
I'm gonna throw you to whatever that is.
Also, want to remind you guys that we have some things in play here. Snake oil salve. We've still got one use of.
The chapstick.
I'm not totally sure what
No, it might be
what that
short.
is or how it can be
Make
invoked.
sure you don't swallow it.
It's like a boost or something. Like it's like I handed you like a Red Bull or something.
To who?
I don't know. I made some like.
I thought it
Red
was
Bull.
like for a healing thing,
Is that what it was?
I think it was for healing.
Oh, never
Firla.
mind.
because she had that.
That
yeah,
was
she trying
specifically
to-
for healing.
Oh, that's probably why it was already tapped. Never mind then.
Yeah.
But you got
So
an
it
extra
seems, so
one.
it seems like a boost that could be used to heal or something.
Yeah, to remove a consequence. Or
Do you think that would be
or whatever.
Firla specific as far as like something that you can do to overcome like
We
the-
talked
the
about
missing
that last
arm?
week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. You just have
or
to
overcome something that specifically happens to
Yeah,
you?
we'll just
or,
have to
like-
narratively justify it to make
That
sense.
seems
But
like-
Yeah,
Firla
and
specific.
Firla had done a meditative state, so while you have tapped that one still is in
Okay,
play because it's
fine,
like the
ready to go.
same day. I think that
And we ate real good.
we ate real good.
Yeah.
Super good.
We're full.
Tummies
Yeah,
are full.
We got 2 invokes of food for the soul
Happy
on the
Tum
table
Tums.
Delicious food.
from eating. So. Yeah. Right.
So we come scrambling back
Yeah.
from our scavenging effort, carrying whatever we could,
Oh right, you guys were out.
and Firla hurls the pouch that they were carrying, full of all the different herbs and skinned animals and whatnot that we've managed to salvage, into the wagon, and then just leaps aboard the wagon and just shouts like, "We need to move now!"
We're probably already rolling a little bit.
Yeah, right.
I make an inappropriate.
You green folks sure know how to find each other, right?
Oh, whoa!
We'll talk about that one later.
Yeah. Not gonna forget that one.
Who you calling green?
I've always like stepped up to help out for any.
It's
Oh
true.
yeah. You saved Firla's life.
Yeah, man, it's like a little jab on the
Yeah.
jab on the arm.
Also, you guys hear, as you are now taking off in your wagons, you hear like footsteps or like more like hoof steps behind you that are like bigger even than like horses, right? So yeah,
Oh,
the
no.
orcs come pulling out onto the road on horses, big like kind of Clydesdale looking, like the Nazgul are riding, right? And
Destriers.
yeah. yes.
Hefty-
with
hefty
the
horses.
super hairy hooves and all that,
Bigger than
and beards. They definitely are the horses with like the goatee sort of
yes.
situation going on.
Cool.
And yeah, they're riding up on you guys, and the sound of something larger and coming up behind. You guys see a couple of orcs on dire boars.
What's on boars?
Gee,
Arctic
is there any
dire
elephants
boars.
coming too?
Dire boars.
I was like, why did I just say
And these things are huge, right? Or they're large as opposed to like a horse, right?
At least they're not mind flayers.
And they're much heavier, and they have like saddles on them, and they've even got them strapped up with like antlers, like armor sort of, but more like spikes, right?
That's cool.
Like they are used for like ramming things.
What if they just want to talk, guys?
Why don't you step out? Rule it out.
Yeah,
Keep going.
I'll let Tay do that.
So that's happening,
We don't have
and.
to outrun them. We have to outrun Jimmy.
And also a thing I forgot to mention
Fucking Mad Max.
is, I mean, you guys are clearly just running, but Alexi, you know that nearby you guys are coming up on a old military base,
Oh, of course.
Northold Gate, which was built like a century ago, but then in the years of the war that both you and Europe were involved in, the war against the giants, right?
Okay.
It was like, you know, partially destroyed and taken.
By
So-
who? The Giants?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we could flee there.
Out of the frying pan into the
Hey, we
fire.
don't know if they're still there.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, for sure. Yeah, you
Larger animals usually mean heart congestive problems. They're probably not alive.
Yeah, definitely. They're all gone.
So yeah, you guys know that you'll be kind of racing to this castle where potentially you can fortify and fight off the orcs. Yeah. So without further ado, the first obstacle that comes up is boulders in the road, right? And the two aspects that you can invoke here is loose gravel and a steep incline. So any way narratively that you can think of using them, you can invoke those. These orcs are riding up on you guys. They are faster than you guys, so like as you guys are killing them off, it will certainly give you advantage in that there won't be as many there, but there will be more kind of riding up behind. But I'm not just gonna immediately fill them with like more spots, right? And I feel like in general we're all kind of in one zone at the same time, right? So really, like if Navius wants to like attack one of these orcs, yeah, there's a group of orcs that are coming up, so that he could probably do that. I think I want to kind of abstract the physical space in here and just be like, we're all in the same zone. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not. The
There's
thing where it's
probably
like,
an orc
oh,
nearby
do
that you can
something just
attack.
behind us to slow them down. It's like they're
yeah,
amongst us and everywhere.
who's where in the order doesn't really matter as much, in part just because it would just be a nightmare to track.
Or
at
could be
all.
the wagon, as each wagon is a zone. Like you're like next to.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah.
That was what I assumed.
Yeah, totally.
I figured that was the reason why we were so
Sure.
picky about who we're putting.
Who was where? Yeah. Well, so that has to do with that. Then when we're overcoming these obstacles, if you fail to overcome it, it's not that your wagon stops. It's that you take damage from the obstacle, right? And that damage will I think allow you guys to choose, but it's basically going to be anyone or anything in your wagon, right? So it could be the horses, it could be the wagon itself, it could be any of the passengers, it could be the driver.
Or we can put it up to the chat.
Could we lose resources?
Yeah,
as well?
I would be cool with putting it up to the chat for sure.
What if, like, for
Everyone
example,
dies but Timothy.
what if we failed and we went over a little too bumpy and we like lost some food or something? Could that be an option?
Perhaps.
I think that sounds good. But Joshua,
We'll have to convince Josh.
Yeah, giving up invokes of stuff.
Of food or resources. That way we can starve to death instead. I like it because we get to vote on who we have to eat.
Jimmy.
Good job.
There we go.
Where's
I don't know,
favorite, just so we know?
Ooh, favorite.
Favorite
That's
is
important.
Don't you dare touch favorite.
Well, we don't know where.
Yeah, I got him here
Okay.
as a miniature, but
Running
yeah.
along the side. I
Yeah,
guess.
do we want to say which zone? I assume that the snow line is alongside
Snowman's
Keith's
gonna fuck up some more.
wagon here.
For sure.
Favorite is where? Alongside Dolph's, because we were saying that favorite is Dolph's dog.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. And we won't really be able to keep this up in terms of like tracking them to this degree probably along this thing. So that's
Sure.
why I was saying like
One question before we start. Initiative is going to be based on
Drive.
survival or drive. Okay. For
I think so. I think that makes sense.
for like
not
obstacles or
handling.
for everything.
Drive his handle.
Drive on.
I guess just survival. Yeah, just to make it.
Yeah. Okay. So I got a 4. Anybody else have a 4 on survival? This is the notice, like, for our initiative.
Nope.
Is it? Oh no, I've got a 1.
Nope.
Alright.
You're
Sorry, I forgot everybody's names. It's been a second.
We really
what
just
you got, Ash?
driver.
On survival?
Yeah.
No.
Is this
one.
the drivers?
So we're doing like a regular initiative, and then at the end of the regular initiative, then the drivers will do their obstacles.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What do you got, Daniel?
Just talking.
Or you just said that. I'm sorry. Hannah.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. I didn't make a 0, but
eggs.
Would you
Got
survival?
a whole lot of
survival.
manure and a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
Why would
lot of
Lhanji have survival? That would make no sense.
Again,
Yeah.
People
I have
survive.
money.
True.
If I'm hungry, I
I live in
buy.
urban settings.
you don't need to survive. You have people for that.
Right.
what about you, Taylor?
Pretty much.
2.
People survive for me.
Yes.
You can survive the king's court.
You just sit on top of the backs of other people who like scrounge around. You lay on
And
people in
then,
tents for warmth.
Well, in the quick
There he is,
haste,
sleeping bags.
I had to leave
handle
behind
it
some
if I like
oregano, and I'm pissed about it.
Oregano.
No!
Oregano's gone.
Oregano!
I didn't realize it till we were in the chase either. I was like, damn, the oregano.
Oregano.
You're
I'm gonna
only
make my milksmith stew.
I have
You'll
a
find
one.
favorite has it in
I'll
his
just
mouth.
I'll just go with
beautiful.
the one.
The 1, okay. And I can track initiatives. If that's cool.
Just blue.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I mean, my war riders have a higher number than that. So if you want to put me just above.
How about a 3?
At 2.
So we get 1 prep round, right?
Oh, Alexi's at 2. Oh, well, whatever.
I won't tell anybody.
Lexi's a 10. Okay.
Oregano.
No, oregano!
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I really like the idea of giving up supplies, but it would have to be a lot of supplies in order to justify not like I'm trying to kill people tonight.
Right. We got you. We got you.
Sorry, Navy.
All right, so we got a boulder in the road. I'm gonna use survival to try and, my nature magic to have some like roots grow up from the ground and grab hold of this boulder and try and like start to break it apart. Yeah. At
Wait,
least
there's an
to,
actual large boulder in our way?
Yeah, there are several boulders. That is
okay.
the obstacle that you guys
okay.
are going to be overcoming in this scene.
Okay.
and this is, I'm thinking of it more as a create an advantage. Like I'm like,
Yes.
I'm like starting to break it apart. Basically, I'm weakening it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I got a 3.
Yeah, 3 does it.
Cool.
I think this is a 2 challenge.
All right.
Where is what is that? A fair challenge.
A fair challenge.
One of the few things we'll get that is fair.
So should I create an advantage against it on a card?
Oh no, I think we can just put the advantage on here, huh?
Okay.
What do you think? Actually, yeah, just
Yeah.
make a card.
That might be better spacing wise. So it's
Eroded,
cracking.
yeah, cracking.
craggy boulder, cracked.
Cracked by the roots.
Pulling it out by the roots.
Cool.
And then the War Riders
Oh, War Riders. All right.
And then Alexi's on deck.
You kidding me? Oh my god. Oh boy. All right. Well,
All right, Yurik.
nice knowing somebody.
This
Good luck.
this Kalima and this dire boar, which is
Here we go.
Yeah, this is what we were looking for.
20 times her size, lock eyes. No, he's not necessarily
boar
going for
instantly
Kalima.
dies.
But it is.
Make a will defense.
So this guy, he's got a stunt that he can use animal handle in place of fight when ramming and tusking, like with the tusks of this boar, right?
Yikes.
So he's making basically an attack against your entire wagon, right? So how you can like disperse that. I mean, you're gonna defend against it.
Right.
Yeah, narratively, however you can justify it. I mean, maneuvering your vehicle would be handle animal,
Would
steering like away to try to.
if it was like a straight defense, could it be Kalima's fight back at this thing, like pressing back, or
Yeah, I would allow that.
okay?
I think so. Well, I rolled well,
Yeah.
and I have a high number. I got a 7. Kalima is well fed.
Kalima is well fed, isn't she?
Do you get a stunt called Blood Rage if Kalima dies?
Yeah, I can't win, but
You
the
can
worse it is, the worse
you can
it is
reduce
for
the
me, right?
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, by
Can you
exactly.
plus one to that with teamwork? Like Yurik?
Not on a defense.
No.
Oh,
They have to like give up their turn to contribute.
Wait.
I see.
And on teamwork.
How did you know Kalima was well fed?
Oh, he was talking about this.
Over there, food
Like you
for
could
the soul.
tap into
Oh.
food for the soul.
I'm going to. Yeah. I will do that. She's very well fed. I'm gonna use it to re-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you roll poorly?
I rolled a 2 negatives.
Here we go.
Yes.
Better.
Okay. Nice.
So, and I'm going to. Let's see. That's a total of. Yeah.
Rage.
I'll take the rest.
Got a milk mustache.
So I got a total of 5.
Okay. Yeah. So. Oh man.
Will someone hand me a horn of plenty of pencil?
Here, just. Oh.
Thank you.
In case you're wondering, this is the horn of plenty of pencils. One of the artifacts of the material components table.
Yeah, gosh, this boar probably has a weapon value, huh? I didn't write down a weapon value.
I mean, it's probably pretty like
Probably a
2 to 4.
like a long
3. I'm gonna go with a 3.
Because it's fucking big. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's very big.
It's rather large.
Yes. No, it doesn't matter.
That's more last week.
It's fine.
It's pretty girthy.
It's a weapon value 3. So you're taking 3
Yeah,
shifts.
Yurik's gonna take it.
Okay.
Yeah, so she slams into him. She's fine, of course, but Yurik's like neck just kind of like whips over to the side. And, like, really like.
Oh, whiplash.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. This other one is attacking this cart here. So this is Dolph is driving it. But really, I feel like if anybody wants to defend, he's not attacking a specific person. It's just like,
Attacking the cart.
yeah, any one person in that situation could defend if they narratively can justify it. Dolph can defend with handle animal. I had a total of a 4 that time, so.
Yeah. Can Dolph go in this turn?
Mm-hmm. This is defending.
Okay.
This is my turn.
Oh,
So.
okay. Well, he's gonna
Yeah.
try and pull the cart to the side. Wow, Dolph.
Oof.
Wow, Dolph.
Oof. rolled a -3 on the dice.
Yes,
so
that'd be
you're
a -1.
You're at a 0 right now.
Okay. And what did you roll? What do I need to?
I had a 4.
Okay.
And yeah.
I guess you could use food for the soul.
And right now I would be
There's no oregano in it though.
I'd be succeeding the style.
Oregano.
Right now, yeah. I think I'm gonna use food for the soul for to re-roll on that.
We were damn fools for coming out here.
Shit. It's a good thing we had that such a great meal.
Yeah. Even if it was devoid of oregano.
That's probably someone's final meal.
Yeah.
Someone.
All right,
At
so
least,
that's
at least
2.
one person.
A 2.
Yeah, that's a 2.
All right. So it is a hit unless you're spending a fate point to boost and make it a tie.
I think just take it.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay, so it's going to be 3 weapon damage. So
Okay, so that.
which like you might have armor. Well, you
I don't have armor. Dolph probably has like leathers, but I don't think he has.
Yeah, not enough to reduce a weapon 3. I think.
Yeah.
He probably has an armor 3. I think leather armor is like an
So,
armor 3.
The wagon could take it too, right?
If he only has 2 for physical stress, would that make a consequence? Is that what happens? Sorry?
Well, he actually doesn't have physical stress.
Yeah, his would go right to consequences.
Right, consequence.
It also doesn't have to be Dolph. It could be Amelia. It could be like either of the other players in the wagon
Right.
taking this
because,
damage.
Because he's a tertiary character. Got it. I was like, Jim Jam's got stress.
Yeah, well, you're sharing stress with your main NPC. He doesn't have his own stress track. You're sharing a stress track.
With your main NPC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I hate to do this, but I feel like maybe. So he comes up and. I mean, should this be a group decision? Should Amelia get hurt here?
Do you want to take it to the chat to vote? Who gets hurt?
I feel like I don't want to put our wagon in danger if I don't have to off the bat here. And I don't know, narratively, Amelia's up in front, up in the top. I have a feeling that she might sort of get knocked off her spot and sort of fall into like ungracefully fall into the back of the cart and sort of take a consequence here.
Did we not get a prep stage? I swear I heard that at the beginning.
I think this
With this,
is it.
but the war riders are like at this point in the initiative. Well, it's prep before the obstacles.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay, that makes sense.
we do as much as we can to like clear the road, and then just the drivers go and do it.
Jesus.
Yeah, clearing the road, but also all these guys are attacking.
Also defending. I'm gonna say Amelia gets knocked back off her seat and sort of like barely sort of like holds on and sort of falls back into the back of the cart.
Okay.
Cartographer?
So
Takes a consequence of.
yeah, so she is a supporting NPC.
She is.
So you have that supporting NPC thing there, right?
She's our endlessly hopeful cartographer.
So what else is in that?
She can only focus on one thing at a time.
So supporting NPCs they only have a mild. They only have a 2
very
consequence.
I have this written down on. Do you have the thing that's the specific rules?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
The number of consequences that the different levels of NPCs have.
Instead of their PC taking mild consequences.
Yeah, I feel like it's on the like top. I have an idea of where it is.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're all gonna die tonight.
Yeah, here we go.
We're gonna have
I
like
have a feeling that Kalima's pissed about what happened.
No stress track, mild and extreme consequence. Yep.
actually hope.
So they supporting NPCs do have a mild, but they also have an extreme consequence.
Okay, so I'll add an extreme here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
An extreme
Everybody
is
has an extreme consequence.
Okay, it's basically like you're out.
Or extreme is 8.
Mm-hmm.
8. So would this be a mild? Since it's the first one, or how would that work out?
It would
Or
have
is
to
that-
be both because it's 3 shifts, right?
Is she dead?
Well, yeah, because it can't be the extreme consequence first. Like I think that the extreme consequence is the last. She's not dead.
Oh.
Using your extreme consequence keeps you from dying.
Ah.
But you can basically only use it once.
She can no longer focus on anything.
Yeah.
So
She's
you
gonna be
you
wrecked.
only get to 3.
She went from
You only have 3
focusing on
shifts
one thing
before you
to
die.
nothing.
So the mild consequences were 2 shifts,
Right.
and the extreme is worth 8. So because they took 3, it's like you have to take the mild first, and then the one. It's like you
Yeah.
have
So you get a
or nothing,
mild and an
I think.
extreme, and that's it. Okay.
For
for
supporting,
the supporting
Yeah.
characters.
they're meant to be weak.
It's okay. We could have our painter die, or our cartographer.
No, we can't.
Uh,
I love her.
okay.
Oh no.
You could also choose to take that damage yourself.
The one?
The 3 from this
the
attack.
3.
Like you are on this wagon, so if you want to choose to take that damage, you can.
And you would take it as stress.
Or you can give it to your protective big sister. Wink.
Yep, and you guys share the same stress track, so that would in effect be the same thing.
Yeah.
From that, you would check off all your 2 stress boxes.
And I'll check out 2.
Yeah.
And what would we do with the extra one?
Well, this one's worth 2 points, and that one's worth 1. So
Right.
that's your 3.
Should I do that?
You gotta make the decision.
You gotta make.
Do I?
You got this.
You gotta make the decision,
My way?
man.
It's yours.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I feel like
Amelia's gonna take one.
Amelia's
for the
getting
team.
knocked out.
I think so.
I feel like Tay and Ash are back, sort of like lying down on this stuff. I feel like Amelia's up and like adjusts the wagon is gonna cast her back. I say she like slams her head on something in the back.
Okay, yeah.
Concussed.
This is our red wedding.
Yeah, she just gets knocked out.
She's like totally knocked out. So again, what would I write here in mild, and then what would I write in extreme?
Probably concussion or something would be mild.
Okay.
How about blind? Wouldn't that be the worst thing for a cartographer? Like detached eye socket?
No, or it's just that type of thing
Blind.
where somebody like falls and hits their head and they just lose their vision.
Oh, that's
Right.
terrible.
I really want
Fucking
that to be.
extreme is blind.
Do it.
I think that's
Blind.
just so terrible.
Thanks, Taylor.
Blindness.
When she wakes up, if she ever wakes up.
Never.
What does it
read
look like,
map
Josh?
Again.
What does it look like?
Yeah.
Oh man, this. Jeez.
I don't want to know what it looks like.
If you don't want to know what it looks like, we don't have to describe it.
No, I mean I think he described it as basically like this thing like rams into the side of the vehicle. Other people are held on better than she is, and she like basically gets like
Oh,
bumped
no.
up off of the seat.
She was putting away her pens.
Because she can only focus on one thing.
I gotta get my pens. I gotta get my pens.
Wait, everyone wait! Everyone wait!
wearing your seatbelt?
She was drawing in the middle of drawing when this all started. Wait, everyone wait!
Oh no.
Yep, and then just
What else?
If only we had oregano.
That's true.
You're
Smash
like
her
a
head.
yes, and he knows this.
Ooh. All right.
She's back, and I would assume she's bleeding.
Oh yeah,
Or just sort of like
Just laying on the bed of the wagon, blood pouring on her head.
yeah.
Okay. Who other war?
That was it for it was those two.
All right. So Lexi's up.
Okay. Well,
Amelia.
So options are if you have narratively a way to like interact with the boulders in the road, or to do something to like give yourselves an advantage when it comes time to overcome those obstacles, you can do that if you want to create an advantage that way. Or of course you can fight the things that are out here.
I think I want to put some obstacles in front of our would-be attackers.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, basically make this harder for them.
Do the riders also have to pass
Yes.
this too? Okay, then yes. I'm trying to think.
They can
of
be
what I
invoked
would
against
do.
them, right? So you're essentially creating an advantage, but it's like a disadvantage that you can invoke against them.
Yeah. What would I do?
Y'all are cracking me up in the chat there.
Yeah, that's my fault.
That's so awful.
Yeah, I think that should be a capital D dreams.
The will of
The capital D deaths.
Nope.
I never wanted this. Death, sure. Jimothy dying horribly, absolutely. But a cartographer losing their dreams? That's just too cruel.
Agreed.
womp womp.
Never gonna achieve her dream of happening.
Okay.
Well, this is a horror game
She's
after
going to
all.
innovate Braille cartography. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Amelia's down, Amelia's not out. It's
There we
Lhanji's
go.
official
No,
statement.
she's blind now. She's gonna be the first to die.
Or she'll be the first. She'll be the first
All
to
of us
map
book
the
it
world.
after scavenging material.
Amelia.
Her, she's blind.
Amelia, we'll be right back. We'll be right back, Amelia.
Yeah.
Just hand her a gun. Just sit here in this corner.
Or
Here's a
not
gun.
even. She'll literally just be like pushed towards whatever's trying to eat us. Be like, yeah, just go over there. Just go over there.
All right, what you
All
got in
right,
your
all right.
All right, where are we at here?
Alexi has a bag
Alexi.
of tricks.
No, I want to do something, I guess, physical. I'm trying to think of what I would do, like, maybe, like, I guess hold out his sword and, like, try to, like, catch some things that he can throw out in their
Well,
way.
one thing that you certainly could do is throw out like an invoke of something that's in your wagon. I would totally allow that.
No,
I mean, you guys have a fair bit of invokes of things, right?
That's
So
a good.
And
So-
don't forget,
so I
we
would say-
have
do we sell the
ballista bolts. We have 3 nets, 2 piercing.
Where's the ballista? Can you find
Yes.
that on the back of the?
Did we not?
For the ship?
Why didn't we? Why didn't
no,
we
you
mount
you
that?
guys absolutely have the ballista. It's on one of these wagons. You tell me which wagon is it on?
Where's the
It's on
D4?
that
And I would absolutely allow it to be set up and fired.
What do you?
But it would take some a turn or something to put it together.
I'm sure that's
Whatever.
what I'll say.
Yeah.
What?
But also, once we use these things, we're not getting them back. So
Right, I was
we
gonna
got
say,
3
what
nets
it-
and 2 piercing bolts.
Does it say which wagon it's in?
Nope.
The
I
idea
did
was
not set it up
Okay.
in a specific wagon.
What's
that
the
was my
weapon
fault.
class or whatever that term is for the bolts? Like, how strong are they?
But I'm imagining it's probably in one of those larger
ones, yeah. Which Alexi's in this one.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to. I'll just try to like strategically like with my sword knock some rocks and boulders and dirt and stuff into their path to make it more difficult.
Okay, yeah.
Just so like maybe
Yeah, you've got yeah.
Oh, you go by a tree with a ton of snow on the branch, and you chop and the
Yes.
snow falls down off the branch.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
like that.
you do have loose gravel as like a environmental thing that you can interact with here.
That's an idea. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds like that. That's a thing.
Cool.
The idea is to spook their horses.
Create
and
an
get them
advantage.
Off balance.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I like the visual of you just like putting your sword down into the gravel and being like, and like throwing up this line of gravel
I got a
at them.
6. That was
yeah.
that was exactly what I was trying to do.
A 6. Yeah, that's definitely going to create an advantage, probably with style.
2 swords.
What is with style? Is that 3 over?
I think
3.
it's 3 shifts.
It's 3 shifts over, yeah.
Yeah, so these guys, if it was their fight, basically, yeah, you are you're there. So you succeed with style.
So I imagine
Then you go
Situational aspect with
jamming
2
it
free
down and
invokes.
just holding on to it as it's just like kicking up all this gravel, like.
Or gain 2 free invokes of a situational aspect that's already there.
Oh, I can gain 3 of the loose gravel.
Two invokes here, or you can create your own aspect with 2 invokes on it.
I mean, I wasn't specifying just gravel. It was more just like dirt, snow, and everything. just trying to kick it up at them.
Maybe
so.
blinded by the rocks.
Blinded by the fight.
Blinded by the fight.
By the ice, yeah, that
fight.
just keeps coming up.
Blinded by the ice. That's fine with me. I'd rather like have more types of advantages that we can narratively get.
Yeah, well,
That's on that crew.
that can be invoked against.
Or this crew,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, that crew.
All crews.
All crews on deck.
All right.
Excellent. Yurik and Ash are going at 1.
I'm ready to
Go
go.
first, Jeff.
So Kalima is going to use
It's ready to go.
athletics to create an advantage, if that's okay.
For the obstacle.
No, this
Okay.
is for. I want to create an advantage for Kalima specifically of cloven hooves as like a aspect that I can invoke to basically
For that or other things when
to
you
get over obstacles better.
or get out of the way of things. Yeah.
Is athletics, do you think, the right check for this?
Thanks for the follow, Lhanji.
Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lhanji. Thanks for the
Wow.
follow.
Really?
Hope you're enjoying.
Golly.
But you're looking for a 2.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I didn't get it. These rolls are getting me tonight.
Spent it all on the 16.
Quick reroll. He didn't see it, right?
I mean, if you fail, you just fail to create the new aspect.
How close are
Or
you?
create a new aspect but grant 1 free invoke to the enemy. Or grant 1 free invoke of an existing aspect to the enemy.
What? How close are you?
I think I'm gonna pay for it. I want this invoke.
You could say Kalima ate the snake oil cell.
Got into the snake.
That seems
Which makes sense. She
narratively
was just
reasonable.
snooping around. And
Yeah, I just imagine this goat just eating
she's chewing on something. We're not sure what it is,
Yeah.
but she's
What she
digesting
got?
it.
Oh, it's chapstick.
Open your mouth, Lena.
Yeah,
Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
Jimothy wants to get it from her, but he's afraid to.
It's ordinary chapstick laced with LSD.
Kalima's tripping.
Or cocaine. Cocaine seems like it's
Somehow her eyes look even weirder than
Yeah,
normal.
absolutely. Yeah, she got into the snake oil salve, and she's hyped up
Cool
on it.
headshot.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm re-rolling
Rolling.
it.
Oh, well, there it is.
Oh
Snake oil, indeed.
no!
Turns out it's just.
Wait, I don't think I needed to do that. I forgot. I have a +3 on this. I had a. Oh well. Yeah. Now it's a 0.
I mean, well, I'm cool if
Hysterical.
you taking it back. If you were doing your math wrong, you were at a 2.
Well, I would have only been 1. No, I was doing
Oh.
my math right.
Right. Well, you're at a 3, but you were at a -1 before. Was it?
Yeah.
Or was it a minus?
Yeah. No, it was +1 before.
Oh, okay.
now it's
Yeah, so you were at a +1. I mean, did you want to? Yeah.
If you added, the
You didn't have to
+2.
re-roll. You could
Yeah.
have just added +2.
Yeah,
And something that they mention in the book is they recommend not re-rolling unless you're at a -3, and I think that's definitely the case.
Well, I
Like
was
if
at
you're
a-
if you're at a minus, unless you really if you're counting on that you have to roll well, then maybe. But
Yeah.
But the dice are like just totally even in this
No.
game. So
I was at a -2, so it's.
you were.
It seemed. Yeah, I had 3 negatives and a plus before. So I was
Gotcha.
like, this is worth it to reroll. So it was intentional.
I mean, that's a -2.
That's what I'm saying. So it seemed worth it to reroll
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
But if you instead got a +2, you would have succeeded, right?
Correct, but I'm saying that I was intentional about
Yeah.
reroll. It was
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the math, so
We're trying to help you, dude.
I know, but I'm trying to be realistic.
he effed up his math. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, in the future, what you can always choose to re-roll, but they recommend you were at a -2, and if you had boosted,
Yeah.
you just know that you're for sure going to get the +2, right? It's guaranteed.
Yeah,
Especially if you know what your target is and you know that that'll hit it.
yeah. I just expected with if I even broke even, got a 0, then
Yeah.
it would be a plus.
I
it'd be a
know,
+3
yeah.
on top, so
Yeah, bad dice. All right, well, you failed to create that aspect.
failure.
All right, Ash
She
is
still
up
has
then.
cloven hooves though.
Yes,
They're just not
just
working
saying.
to her advantage.
you just can't invoke it.
I can talk about it, but
I think Tay sort of jumps up to Amelia right away.
well,
Goes to her. I'm going to try and create an invoke, an advantage, basically. Ash is going to try and basically create just like a long power route here, basically like a jet stream. He's going to basically try and give us a tailwind.
Okay.
To basically push everything along.
Yeah, cool.
So he just sort of like puts his arms out and like brings them forward in front of him to bring like just a whoosh of wind, just
Cool.
directionally.
Everyone's hair is
all
like
behind us. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your cloaks are all fluttering in front of you weirdly.
Yes. So that is a.
I feel like my hair is like weeping willow kind of branches.
Yes.
So that'd be a
In real life, or
3.
or
Firla's hair.
Be a 3.
Yeah, that does it.
Okay.
A 2 is what you were
So
looking for.
I'll just put jet stream.
Jetstream. Jetstream. Success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's okay.
Yep. So those can both be used for overcoming this thing.
So
I'm
wind
still
tunnel
bummed about
Wind tunnel.
my
and the
polar lion
boulders
problem.
being broken apart by roots. That was Yurik, Ash, Josh is up, and then Lhanji.
Okay. So these orcs, these groups of orcs.
Hold up, does Jim Jam not gonna roll here?
On Alexis's turn,
Jim
yeah.
Jam is-
Yeah, you choose who is acting.
didn't know
You
that.
or your main NPC. Yeah.
All right, these guys. Well, I think one of these guys is going to try to jump over into your cart.
Ooh. That seems like a terrible decision. Do we get to grapple
Navius
them?
is going to
Yeah.
do some damage
Well,
right now.
Don't. I feel like if
Making
they're
an
inviting
athletics
themselves in,
check,
we should get like
and the other two
check
guys
to push them right
are
back
80.
up.
Yeah, right.
So he's at a +2 for this jump. I feel like this is probably like a, I don't know, a +3. It's weird to be setting the DCs for the things that you're rolling like that. I'm like, I have a +2, and I'm also going to set the DC right now to make it so that I can meet that. All right. Well, I am at a.
You could have people oppose with the defense, if that would feel more.
Oh yeah. Okay. A fight? No, athletics versus defend.
Yeah.
I'll go with
physique or
that.
something like that.
Defend
yeah.
is fight.
Yeah, so I'm at a 2 right now. So if someone like in the back here or something wants to make a defense roll,
Is Navius in the top card?
Lhanji, Jimothy, and Hero.
Hell yeah, hero. Let's do it.
Definitely will not.
Where is Navius?
Navius is in the front of that cart.
Hero's stressing about
I mean, I'd be
his
cool with
pains.
Navius.
Couldn't you like maybe jerk it a little bit to throw him off balance? I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. A
He's
handle
well, he's
animal.
not steering.
Yeah.
He's not.
Babs is steering.
Oh.
It could be a handle animal. Yeah, to get out of the way right as he's jumping.
Babs has an incredible
I think
handle
that
animal. He has a
may
+3
be
handle
our
animal.
highest. Yeah. What would we be defending with in the back? Athletics or
Handle animal, it would be fine. And oh, sorry. Yeah, fight. Or athletics.
Hero
Yeah.
has a +3 in rapport. So,
no good, sir.
academic empathy.
He has a +4 in
Maybe they want to talk.
Good idea. I'll give you one of my paintings.
yeah. I think our best bet is Babs making a.
Okay.
Yeah.
So roll
Evasive
defense.
Are you rolling for?
Hold on. Quick question. So my plan, since Jim Jam, I assumed he had a turn at some point. So my plan for him was to use his academics to create a smoke screen. Just by putting 2 of his ridiculous things. Could I use that as a defense or no? I was gonna use it to create
That
an
seems more
advantage
like his
originally.
action though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a reactionary, like.
That seems like it'll take a little bit more time.
Did you want to roll for Babs?
Yeah.
Animal.
What is the
was
handle?
Oh, I thought that was the cat.
Is it a +3 or?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
I
pretty.
had jumped into the trash can. I was like,
Sorry that you're all cramped for
I've
space.
seen it.
That's
Taylor.
okay. It's every week.
Well,
The cat.
I had to leave this set up for 3 weeks, so
You got a 2.
It's a 2.
Okay, so we're tied. So this is an overcome an obstacle tie. Succeed at the action you are attempting, but at a minor cost. So I'm gonna say that he jumps and he does get like on board with you guys, but he's kind of like
He's hanging off.
he's kind of half hanging off.
Yeah.
God,
Right.
maybe it's fuck him up. Fuck him up, maybe.
Yeah, totally. He's halfway over this rail and trying to pull himself up.
That skitching thing, like his feet are like.
Who owns Babs again?
What?
Nobody does.
I mean-
The supporting NPCs.
They don't have any tokens that can be used.
I think anybody can use a fate point for
I was trying to figure out
from
whose
from your
pool would
own.
you go with if you're like, well,
Does it make sense
Fail.
to
I just like the
only
way you
allow
phrased
them
the
to
question.
use these and not
Who
like
owns
the personal
Babs?
fate tokens?
Babs is mine.
that
No,
right?
I think anyone can use their personal fate token for any of the NPCs.
Okay.
If we want it hard enough.
Alright.
Exactly. Yeah, but you're giving up your fate token first. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. These guys are attacking.
Let's see, Firla.
Yeah.
Large cart. Or small wagon.
We better go easy on him, Firla.
I don't know. Does it make more sense to say that they're attacking a specific person or to do that like it's to the wagon?
I like the wagon
The
thing.
wagon
Yeah.
gives us more flexibility.
Okay, I'll go with that. So they're attacking the wagon. Also, these guys are spellcasters, so there are orc.
Oh no.
And they've got some like fire. You know,
Shamans?
they're like some shamans that are flinging fireballs, arrows.
Well, it's
They
a
are
big
bounded
target
by
on
the
their
ice
back.
right now.
Okay, I had a 3. Oh wait,
I'm still.
they're
expecting
working
a war
together.
outfit at the end of this.
So normally they're at a 3 and then it's
Want
a 4
their
or 5.
skins?
Is it a
Plus
+1 for each one?
Yeah.
So I had a 5.
Oof. Yikes.
Wait, they just have a 5?
Because there's so many of them. But these guys are weak. They're nameless NPCs, right? You guys can take them out
Are
quick
they
if you actually
as
attack
a,
them.
as a
They're functioning as like a group together. So the one that they're attacking together. So their fight is a 3. But then it's a +1 for each one because they're doing teamwork.
If
So
we attack, do we attack the group or just the one guy?
The group. So if you deal enough damage, you could potentially take out multiple people with a single hit, which is why like nameless NPCs, like you did in that first encounter, right? You
Yeah.
like took a swing and you took out 2 guys or something. 2 guys plus.
if I were to choose to like take the hit, I would still get to roll like athletics defense.
Yes.
And then okay, I'm gonna do that because I have a lot of stress, so I'm gonna go for this.
Defend
Also, it seems likely that they would throw fire at
the driver.
the wood.
Wow! Critical success. Great.
Is that our first one?
I feel like it is.
So,
Do they take a?
I still think
Well, so they were at a 5. So is that
I just got a 5.
okay? Yeah.
Wow.
So a tie.
Yikes.
wow.
No
jeez.
belief thought.
So they gain a boost instead of doing damage.
power couple over here.
I think probably I'm on fire.
Yeah. Your hair's on fire.
Yeah.
Your leafy green hair is on fire.
It just makes you look more baller.
One
Just became
Yeah.
smoking hot.
Hair's on fire.
hilarious.
I'll point it towards you so you remember.
Hair's on fire. Okay, and then this last one is going to be this group.
Pretty hot, Firla. Cool it down.
Going to this wagon.
I don't understand human mating.
You need a cold shower.
All right, so I also had a 5 against this wagon. So yeah.
Yikes.
So he could do a handle animal. You could do a defense with your evocation.
I'm gonna try and do defense of the evocation. I'm just gonna try and put up a firewall in front of these guys.
Cool.
Hey, Frank. Yeah, all these rolls except for Keith. Keith nabbed it.
So that's gonna be
all the pluses.
that's gonna be a 3.
Can you have some, sir?
Okay.
What does it get?
They were at a 5.
Can I borrow some pluses?
Oh, dice?
No, that was a joke.
Oh,
Must be your luck.
I'm just gonna keep these like
You could
this.
potentially use your own jet stream.
Yeah, I'm.
with your fire, right? You
Yeah.
you hurl the fire behind him, and then it gets caught in the jet stream and blasts up.
That does make sense. I feel like I kind of want to. Well, we can invoke it later. I'm gonna use Jetstream. Yeah, the air is whipping crazy, so the fire just made stronger by the wind.
All right. So you tie. So they also don't do damage, but they do get a boost.
Boost.
I think the boost is that they've got cover fire. They've got cover from your firewall, right? So you can't see them. They're obscured. So when they attack, come through.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
And we'll be thrown off because it'll be like, man, that's badass. Distracted by it.
Totally.
Neat.
All right, that was all my guys.
Lhanji.
I know I've had the whole round to think about what to do. Lhanji has handle animal, so I've considered just doing teamwork, but that seems like not a high yield of points I'm throwing into the round.
Yeah, a plus one. You're looking at it's a 2
Yeah.
DC for the obstacle, just so you know. So Babs is
So we
actually in the best
Babs rolls
has a
to
3,
hell.
right? Yeah.
Should be fine. Then my other idea was just have Navius start hacking and slashing.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way to do that as, I guess provoke would be like an intimidate. He does not have that. Other ideas, like are we looking at a...
Get this guy off this wagon.
Yeah, I feel like maybe.
I think he can fight here. He's probably getting up out of
Yeah, I
his seat
forgot
in
about the guy
shotgun,
in my
right?
wagon.
But yeah,
Take care of
there's a
that.
guy in the wagon, and there's these guys here. So if he gets up and climbs in the back there, then he could certainly be sword fighting with these orcs as they're riding alongside, right?
Cut the guy's
Seems like
hands
he
off.
jumped back to protect his.
And if he hits, because I'm treating them that they're still functioning as a group, so if he kills this guy, then he would do damage to these guys.
Okay. Then Navius coming in.
Emotional damage.
Navy is coming in hot.
If he does enough to kill that guy
Yeah.
and then some, he gets the other guys. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're a, what do they call them, a gang? Or-
Yeah.
Poker buddy.
Because his body falls and the horses stumble over him.
Oh lord. What is this monstrosity?
You did exceptionally well, right?
The opposite. What is the opposite?
Yeah, I am.
Critical failure.
I am at
Almost.
the advice to spend a fate token.
Yeah, that's that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Rough.
Ooh.
No, those guys aren't.
That's definitely what Favorite would say. Rough.
Yeah, you got nothing free working on your side here.
That's okay.
There is a steep incline.
There's
You
an
guys are going
invoke
up a steep
of
incline.
Blinded by the ice. You can.
Well,
that's on them,
affecting
though.
these guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong wagon. You're in
And
the
I should
first
have
one, aren't
invoked
you?
that on, my time.
Blinded.
It's okay.
Sorry. Not sorry.
We can invoke that against them when they're trying to get over this obstacle, though.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think that was your idea. But I thought of it.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Yes, but I thought of it.
Brilliant plan. I just came up with it.
I know.
15 minutes later, after someone else thought of it.
Navius intends
Sorry,
to
I
die
remember
to
that you said
defend the
that.
quest, but not right now.
Yeah.
Boy dice. We got 2 minuses on the board.
no.
You can roll the whole thing. We got the same. 3 minuses.
That's so
People are dying tonight. People
Wow.
are dying tonight.
I know. I'm like, gosh, did I throw too much at you guys? But I feel like you guys are rolling really
Yeah.
bad.
Navius is old. It's been forever since he's been.
Well, I mean, that was just a. It was his attack roll, right?
Yeah.
So I had a.
You could get a lower than
I had a
3.
I had a 5.
Defend with style.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think that.
Makes a boost, probably.
It does. Yeah. Don't take damage and gain a boost.
I like the idea that Navius was getting up from the front of the wagon and it hit some turbulence and
Pretty
he
much
Slipped
what
like,
happened.
whoa!
stumbled back. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're gonna have to take care of that one.
Blow!
Now he's hanging off the wagon.
That
The
he's
orc
like
could
off balance
take
Yeah.
the time to like
or something.
stand
Which
up.
is critical for a fencer.
Yeah.
Like the boost could be like up and ready.
Orc in the back of the wagon.
We're square dancing back here.
Yep. All right.
close
So
in
so
person.
is that everyone?
Yeah, what's the...
Yep.
I gently brush
of the
the
round.
orc's cheek.
Well,
so
now we
it's
do
not-
our
Now we go
obstacle. That's
through the
right.
obstacle.
Here we go.
And then next round we do this much faster.
We should start at the beginning, I think, so we can move
That was
the wagons.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. So let's do that. Let's do so Babs first.
Babs first.
Taylor.
Your Babs.
Huh?
We can all roll, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Well,
should roll
I
for
think
him.
we should.
Stick to the
Taylor rolled for Babs.
I mean, okay, really, we don't have to necessarily roll in that order because they're going to be moving no matter what.
All right.
We should think about like the order of like because there are only so many invokes on the table. So if you're worried about somebody not being able to
Right.
overcome, they should be going first. Or
Oh, does everyone individually have to roll, or does each
the drivers do
So
each
there's
wagon.
the 4 drivers.
Got it, got it.
I'm rolling for Dolph.
Who
Babs,
has-
Firla,
Who
and
has the
Yura.
highest? And
Dolph has a +2, Babs has a +3.
Yeah, Babs is.
Furla has a
highest.
+1.
Am I
Plus two
driving?
Animal handling. You are driving.
Oh, I'm driving. I have a 1.
I also have a 1.
Yikes!
Okay.
All right, well I guess Babs
Should we-
ought to go first.
Should we roll the 2 highs and then?
Yeah, roll the highs first. Let's do that.
All right.
Okay.
So Babs or Dolph got a 2.
Okay,
Succeeded.
so you meet it.
No.
A 1.
He got a 1.
Oh, good.
He got a 1.
Darn. Well, if you spend something, then he will succeed
Yeah.
at no cost.
Or take damage. Right? That's what we were saying?
Or
Yeah, or take damage.
The wagon would take damage, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Does the wagon have specific amount of damage?
The wagon is a nameless NPC, so it has a mild consequence,
Okay.
and I would say that's what that would deal here.
Be like a
It has a mild and an
loose-
extreme in the
loose
same way that
wheel
you're
sort of
supporting
deal.
NPC.
right.
Do we have to overcome this object each round, or do we have a new object to overcome?
New object.
Okay. Got it.
I can use a fate token to. Gosh darn it.
Also, anyone can use a fate token here.
I have 4,
It-
so
yeah.
I have a lot. I'm gonna use a fate token to invoke Jetstream.
Okay.
It ain't pretty, but it's pushed along, so it gets through it.
The jet,
Rocket-powered
Jetstream
wagon.
hurls him over it.
Also, keep in mind that you could have done like the cracked if you wanted to do that.
Really?
That's what that was there for.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's invoke. Well,
Or leave it for someone else, right? I mean,
that's the thing.
Firla's got a 1.
Yeah, I'll roll next because I'm the second in the line. But
Do I need to decide? Can we all roll and then decide where things go?
I think you gotta decide.
yeah,
You got it.
exactly.
I'm gonna spend it for Jetstream. I have a lot of.
Okay.
I have a lot.
Kind of you.
All right, handle animal. I got a 1.
And that's why you leave it.
Wow, you guys are rolling so poorly. Well below
Invoke it.
average
You know what?
right now.
Reroll. Invoke.
Yeah, you could get a -4.
Yeah!
If you're really shooting for the stars.
Invoke it, but reroll. But all right, I'll do it. I'm invoking the cracked by the roots.
Well, hold up. You have a 1 and you have to overcome a 2, right? You got a
He was at a -3.
-3.
I did a -2 with his.
Yes. Right?
Then I failed by 1.
So 1.
But I can use a fate token and invoke the jet stream.
We're over. All right.
So as we're approaching the rock, I shout out some word in some crazy dryad language, and the roots just start breaking the rock, and you can manage to narrowly
I like
zip
to
around
think
the side.
you're just cursing. You're like, God damn!
Yes.
But it sounds really dope.
Damn you, Grove!
Alright. Kalima is running as hard as she can. And she got a +3.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
No
She
problem
succeeds.
for Kalima. All right,
I like to
Babs.
think that Kalima leaps and carries the whole.
The wagon leaves the
wagon.
ground.
Yes.
With a dwarf, a keg of beer, like the rest of the food supplies.
Yerk
There's
is
like
not
a bunch
phased
of
by this
food.
at all.
No.
He's seen it many a times.
A bunch of food that lifts up into the air and then like lands back on the cart.
All safely, except the oregano.
I'm excited that Jim Jam has survived another round.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
Babs needs to roll.
Yeah.
No.
Roll for that.
Bibbidi Babs
well,
got a roll.
Well, you already moved him.
No, he already moved him.
-3.
Already moved him.
Thank you.
That's too late.
Took your hand off of it. -1.
No, another one.
-2.
No.
Yes, what else are you going to throw at us? Oh, God. Please do well.
Yes.
Yep.
+1. Yeah, you got it.
Sweet.
Bibbidi Babs.
Not enough for the success with style, but
Not a
still.
problem for Babs.
Ooh, I gotta make the request that we move these trees in the way, though, Josh.
Well, or maybe move the camera.
Or...
But the trees are always gonna be
throwing
the
the
I mean, I guess I could go
smack
over here.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, -1.
Also, the trees are here for a specific reason because this is a heavily wooded area that you guys are coming into,
Yeah.
and and because the
Ooh, that actually looks really good.
the next.
If I say so myself.
That's what I'm saying.
Even though it
dude.
was Taylor's idea.
It was.
The next obstacle is an owl bear.
I don't believe it.
Owl bear.
Oh, no.
Is it startled because it didn't know?
Yeah, it is a it's a startled owl bear, and it is it was just grazing through the woods here. So the owl bear. You've got low-hanging limbs. This is a forest, right? So you guys can invoke these limbs to maybe like take someone out or something.
Yes.
And dense undergrowth, so it's just like really heavy. Yeah,
Whoa. Okay.
and we're moved along.
What's his difficulty to get past?
I'm gonna say a 1.
I just thought of a stupid comment. I'm going to keep it to myself.
But mention it.
That it should be higher.
No, related to dense
Oh, yeah, back to the top.
undergrowth. But that's it.
We made it through one round, guys. We made it through one round.
Gosh, that round really messed us up.
You missed a
Hey,
million.
rolls are gonna be different this time. I'm putting
Yeah.
it into the.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
using
one's more of a feeling.
I'm using my nature magic to get the limbs on our side.
Watch this.
The low-hanging limbs.
Okay.
So my idea is to add some invokes to that
To speak to the trees.
in ways that could be advantageous to the future. Damn it.
I'm using this against you. Sorry.
I did still get a 4.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You could have conferred with the owl bear.
Is Blinded by
right?
the
Swap
Ice
his stand.
No, it is.
Or they still have to make it for the.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I forgot to do my
okay.
guys overcoming the things.
Really quick.
Yeah.
It does a 4 create an advantage with the low-hanging limbs.
Yeah. This is a 1.
So that's with style.
With style.
Yeah. It's 2, right?
sick.
2.
Speak to the
Yes.
speak to the trees.
Reach out. And give me 2 boxes under the low-hanging limbs. Because they're on our side. I create an advantage
Cool.
with them, so.
All right. So Josh needs to roll.
Yeah. All right. So my first group of orcs. These guys have a 2. So they tie it. So they succeeded a minor cost. The next group. Now these guys, you guys can invoke this against.
Blinded
Is
by
this
the Ice.
only good down here, or is this good like in general?
It's weird with 2 invokes.
I just need to know if I need to
Should try to
expend
spend it
now.
all, yeah. Well, so I got a 5 on that one.
Invoke them both.
Yeah, spend it all.
Well, I was. I
Can
mean,
that
the
be
other guy
done?
got a 2,
No.
right?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
what
right,
I
you
was
can't
gonna say. I
invoke
think
both.
you
Just
can
once. Yeah. just once on a particular roll. Mm-hmm. But we can use it again later, like if they're...
Yeah, I'll allow it to just move with them.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Should we invoke it?
Yeah.
Or they just get tired?
Well, right now they are succeeding with style, so you could invoke it to keep them from succeeding with style.
So they don't get a boost. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So they just succeed. And these guys, they have a boost of cover fire, but that doesn't really make sense here.
Oh yeah, get
They
crushed.
fail.
Get crap
So
on.
they are at a 0 right now.
I like that. The way they fail. You look good on them.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that damage. That'll basically take out one of these guys. So yeah, as everybody is maneuvering around these boulders and stuff, he just doesn't see it in time, and his horse just runs right into this boulder and he flies like flying over the handlebars, right?
Or can we say, because we don't want to harm any animals unnecessarily, that the horse grinds to a halt and he flies off and breaks his skull open instead?
Okay with
I
that.
mean, Kalima broke a horse in half at this point.
yeah,
in the
that's true.
campaign already.
That
so
horse, it looks like a fly without legs. Like it's just a.
it just
That
sort of-
horse was
it sort of
evil,
rolls
though.
back
It's
and
still
forth.
alive though. They managed to.
These are all
I'm just
evil
kidding, it's
bearded
dead.
horses.
It's definitely dead.
Okay. Oh gosh, I still have to do these other two. I'm sorry, guys.
You're good, you're good.
These guys have a higher handle animal. They're good at this. They have a +5. So he succeeds. And he succeeds. Alright. So they all get by.
Alright.
And then your war riders are going to be up next.
Oh geez, really?
Yeah.
Goodness.
So you have a minor cost to that first group.
Yes, thank you. What do you guys think?
Maybe.
Someone falls off
Falls
their
off
horse.
the horse.
We both thought of that.
Yeah. We're in sync.
Well, or how about the guy that's in the wagon falls off?
Ah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, so
He
so
barely got
as
out.
you guys are going through this forest, there's all these low hanging. I mean, I'm not invoking it here, but or maybe just Firla's. One of your limbs goes down, and that
Immediately.
orc doesn't see it in time, and it just catches him in the chest, and he flies off.
And then he gets his leg run over by one of the wagons behind him.
He's
Kalima
not.
devoured.
Yeah, because we can just brutally like mutilate orcs, but like horses are off limits.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
Kalima thinks it's fine.
While you've robbed Jimothy of his heroic opportunity, he'll allow it.
Oh, by taking that guy out? Well, you can protest if you want to.
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. It could have been one of the orcs on a horse instead, like just as easily.
No, it's fine.
I'm sure we'll get more horses in the cart.
Yeah.
More horses in the group.
Oh, yeah.
Get them all in there.
Yeah, the horse has to get in with the orc.
Horse party.
It's a horse party.
Yes.
Pony party.
Oh, pony party's good.
Oh my god.
A quick pony party going on here.
I know. We're gonna witness one.
I invoke pony party.
Okay, my guys got by. So,
It's
Sorry,
war
Alexi.
riders.
or it's their actual
Yeah, it's
turn.
It's their turn to do something.
One busy dungeon master.
Oh. Just climb over everyone else, and I think that'd probably be
Going under
easier.
the table, but they're.
Over the table.
All right, yeah. So this first war rider that's up on Firla's wagon is attempting to create an advantage by basically doing like the two cars in a chase scene, where it's like trying to push you into the owl bear, trying to create a disadvantage effectively.
Also, my hair is on fire.
All right. Well, I don't think I need your hair on fire. I have a 6, and you can defend here with your maneuvering your vehicle.
It's hopeless.
Yeah.
The orc war riders are good at riding, so they've got a high stat there.
I missed the part where we announced that I was driving.
You said it last time,
Yeah, you put yourself up there because you're the guide, so you would.
and because
yeah.
nobody else has ride.
Yeah, I just have one and handle it.
I didn't know it would be that important.
On an expedition game where you guys have wagons and horses that you pick
Well,
out.
I just figured the wagon and the horse would be dead early on. I figured we'd be walking.
All right.
Or planning.
I'll do handle animal.
It wasn't cavalry. Cavalry.
All right, I got a 0. I can take this though in stress, right?
Well, it's just creating an advantage against you.
Oh, okay.
A disadvantage for your getting past the owl bear.
Yikes. That's okay. I'll
And,
take it.
and it's succeeding with style, so it's 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Run off the road and into the owl bear.
Into the arms of the owl bear.
Whenever you came back.
The trees reach out their limbs and just pick you up.
It was an accident.
It's weird with 2
Unless you're
invokes for something that really only makes sense to be able to invoke once.
Yeah.
But whatever. All right. I got stuff to use against you guys.
Jeez, you're really piling it up.
The
over
other
there.
one.
Does cover
was
fire
it the
work
back,
any
huh?
make sense anymore? As like,
I mean, yeah,
still
that's-
kicking
I
around.
mean, our jet stream is, unless you're saying that each of these obstacles is a different like scene, like the situational aspects go away from the previous obstacle.
Yeah.
Ones that narratively make sense to exist in one location.
Yeah.
Would.
Yeah.
So like crack by the roots,
Yeah.
jet stream, and cover fire seem like they could. It makes sense.
Yeah, I think cover fire still makes sense because I feel like that fire's kind of coming up with you, right?
Yeah.
And stuff is kind of happening all at the same time.
I like to think it's Blackbeard style, where like the horse's manes are on fire.
This one's doing the same thing at you.
Yeah.
It's trying to get you in a bad
Lima's
position.
doing the same thing back at it.
Ooh, I rolled really poorly.
I did too.
Wow.
Hauser.
Well, because I have a high stat,
To you.
I'm at a 2.
I am at a 0.
Don't be modest, you're at a 9. That's how I feel narratively.
It would just be creating a disadvantage against you when you go to overcome the owl bear.
Right. So we still. What is? Let's see. I don't have any narrative stuff. What's this?
There are low-hanging limbs in the scene right now that
I'm controlling.
So I'm gonna say
Or on our side,
that
at
I'm gonna
least.
invoke the low-hanging limbs because we're shorter than y'all, so it's easier for us to get
Hell yeah.
through this.
Right.
We're a goat and a dwarf.
Yeah,
So
tap
we're like.
all right, so you tap that.
And
Duck.
So then,
down.
so then that puts you at a 0.
it puts me at a 2.
Or a tie with him. I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that puts me at a total of 3.
Yeah, it paid off. Paid off. You win.
You did it.
So you do not have the disadvantage. All right.
And with style, did he get?
No, I was
no,
I
okay.
was going against him, and he won by 1.
Yeah,
So.
2 out of 1.
Nice.
That was stressful.
Nice.
All right.
Sorry.
Who's up next?
That was all your war riders, Josh.
Yeah.
Alexi and Yurik and Ash are up on deck.
Was that one? That one's not current, is it? Yeah.
It is no. I've been switching back and forth.
Cool.
Smoke screen, or take a swipe at the group. How many
this
riders are in
ridiculousness.
each group?
So there are the 3 riders that are up next to you that had attacked you. That you guys did the blinded, like the gravel that you kicked up.
So these 3 are up here, and then
There's 3 up on them, and there's 3 on you.
1, 2, 3.
And there's 3 on this, and actually there's only 2 here because one of them, and there's 2 in the back as well. I just don't have enough space to
So
put them all
2
up
here,
there.
and then 3 here.
3 on
2 there, 3 in the
on
middle,
you guys,
2 in the
2
back.
on the back.
Okay. Okay. There's just so many.
I know.
How is there a miniature for an owlbear? Is that like
How is there
a known
There's a miniature
D&D
for
yeah,
every.
It is. It's a classic.
Oh, is it? Okay. It's fucking terrifying.
Here, I'll get you a first edition picture of an owl bear just so that you can
Ooh, is it one of the
rejoice.
little
Personally, I think they look
ink
cute.
drawings?
But that's
Yeah.
just me.
Oh gosh, yes.
What are you doing?
I gotta post this in the chat.
Okay, so if I were to use my turn for Jimothy, it would only affect this crew, or could I just like say I'm creating a smokescreen and it's
Medieval.
Yeah, narratively, however,
Siri.
I mean, it seems like it would be hard to be targeting only like certain orcs back here and not be also targeting like something that could be invoked against everybody,
I'm
right?
I'm just trying to figure out if it can be invoked against, like, for example, if Firla needed to invoke it.
Well, it depends on what is the advantage that you're trying to create. Are you creating an advantage to overcome the owl bear?
I was gonna go for something not directly tied to it. I was just gonna literally create a smoke screen in the direction of like the riders.
I mean, the riders are surrounding you guys.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, is that if you put out a smoke screen, I don't see that you can have it be negatively affecting them and not negatively affecting your friends that are in wagons that are all in the same like
Okay.
chase scene immediately there.
Sounds like
Unless
we should
you're
just
like kind of
attack them.
targeting. Yeah, that example I can't see working, but I can see many cases in which you could do a thing that could be put out there in some way that could be used.
Or a sticky substance.
Or
to
chuck,
slow them
or
down.
chuck that thing at the owl bear.
Oh
you
yeah.
could put it at disadvantage.
Because it's at an advantage for somebody, right?
Yeah,
Or, I guess
I'm like
disadvantage
careening towards it, basically. Our cart. Alexi and I.
Or it could attack these guys. I'll take a swipe. I'm gonna take a swipe at a group with Alexi.
Yeah.
There's 3 people on the group with Alexi, right? So I'll take a
Look
swipe.
at these drawings.
I know this one's my
Freaking hilarious.
This one's my
There's
favorite.
3 guys there, and you still have your blinded
Yeah.
thing.
If I met that in the wild, I'd straight die.
Yeah.
We probably all would.
That's probably loud.
Not even fight, I'd die.
Horrifying.
Yike.
It would be so horrifying. I would just be.
So that would be
driven by
minus
it.
2. You're looking for a wand to
Imagine how big those
to help with
pellets
the
are
owl
too
bear.
that it pukes out.
to attack the owlbear.
Human skeletons.
Okay,
Aren't you
I'm
swiping
attacking.
orcs?
I'm swiping the orcs.
sorry, I
sorry.
forgot you
Alexi.
changed direction.
Oh, I was just trying to figure out my options. 'Cause
Yep.
It's very tight in here.
You could evoke blinded, but that's the crew that's blinded by the ice.
Yeah. Oh, it only affects them, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I was trying to say.
That's the specific crew
Well-
for that.
That would put it at like a.
What's your?
So I'm a 4 if it's attack.
Yeah,
And that would put him at a.
and they would be defending.
Yeah, I would put him at a 4.
I do need to roll to defend.
Yeah. So tell me what I'm working with.
That one's cracked. All right, I got a +1, so I'm at a 4 also.
Okay. So even if I use blinded by the ice, that would put me at a
Tie.
tie. Oh yeah, that's true.
You
This
have a
is a
bunch of
free
free
invoke.
tokens.
I didn't even think about that. Well, I only have 3 right now.
Oh, okay.
What else would we need them for?
I've been having a hankering.
Say it again.
What else would we need fate tokens for?
Can't do it.
To not die.
Depends how many of these obstacles we're going
Yeah.
through before we hit
I
the
mean,
castle.
we're hitting up an owl bear. I'm expecting a war elephant or a giant next.
Yeah. Well, I'm expecting giants as soon as we get into the castle.
Absolutely. Yeah, I guess I'll invoke this so that I'll get second tie, and then
So good.
let's see. I guess I want to spend a fate token. What do I need to use?
I think it's worth it, man, because you have a
Yeah.
you have like a weapon 3, right? These guys have an armor 3, so they're going to be taking 3.
Actually, it's a 2-handed sword, which is a +4.
Oh, it's a 4. Yeah,
Get,
right.
get in there with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll
You
spend
don't
the
need
fate token if we need to narratively justify it. Well, he needs to stay alive in order to make it to find his family. So that's how I'm gonna justify it.
How is wordplay amazing?
Yep. Okay, so you're dealing 4 damage, right? These guys have armor 3. So effectively, you're dealing 2 damage.
Are those
3. You're dealing 3
viewers
damage
correct?
total,
Yes.
which is enough
Like,
to
are
take
those
out
the
2
viewers
of
or
these orcs.
No, those are people in the chat.
So how do you do it?
Some of them are bots.
My
Well,
name's in it.
With your 2-handed sword, as these orcs are riding up on their horses?
yeah, if they're like riding up
this?
right behind us, gosh, this would seem kind of vicious because we're not supposed to hurt horses. But I would literally like.
No, you are supposed
No, I'm not gonna do that. I just literally want to like bisect the 2 as I'm. So I'm readying my sword, and I'm swinging it clockwise all the way around until I'm just like coming down on them like right through the middle. Like,
And they don't see it coming because they've got this like rock and stuff kicked up in their face from you having like drug it in the ground, right?
Right.
Flung up the stone and then, and yeah, you totally slice that guy in half.
And then as it
And take out the
cleaves through
second
them,
one.
and the horses keep riding, and like the legs are still on there, and it takes a few moments before they just slide off.
Shit. Does your sword have a name?
Timothy Jr.
Judicator.
He's working on
Yeah.
working on giving it a name right now. Awesome.
KO.
Okay. Who's next?
That was Yurik. Did Yurik and or I'm sorry, Yurik and Ash.
Yurik's up.
Yeah. All right, so Kalima, after running under these branches, turns her head, cocks it toward this driver that's on this giant pig, and is using a provoke attack with her dead eye.
Those freaky goat eyes.
Uses the death stare.
Hilarious. Well,
Be my
at least Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel going for the Orc War Rider's weakness and guessing that he doesn't have will.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he
There you
failed
go, Cole.
hard.
Kalima got a +5.
Oh my gosh! Well, yeah, that's a difference of 7. So
all time stop.
What did you?
Yeah, totally.
Just provoke.
Meanwhile, this orc is like the hardest, baddest orc riding on this gigantic boar, and he looks into this eye and is just petrified.
It's only pupil. Like all you see is
Wow.
black, and then Yurik's looking
Wow.
at him too. So they're both just staring at this orc.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna invoke here to keep this guy alive, because otherwise that's 7 damage, right?
Yeah,
With just a look?
Yeah.
it's a mean look.
Damn. I love that so much.
Stress.
So I am gonna invoke only the fiercest orcs earn boar mounts, right? But I'm still taking 5 damage. So he's not looking good.
He's stressed out.
Orc is a
That's my
baby,
turn.
right?
Didn't even think about that. Mental stress. I have provoke. I have +2 in provoke.
Yep.
Smart to use against dumb people.
That's good.
Okay, that was Yurik. Ash.
So we have 2 riders up on our side, correct?
Yeah, you guys are. Wait, where are you at? Oh,
Right.
here. Yeah.
We still had 2 in that
2. Mm-hmm.
group.
And also the boar is the big boy's next to you too.
The big boy boar.
Mm-hmm. There's one that's back here with Yurik and one that's with you guys.
Okay, I'm taking the boar.
No.
Did you actually climb into the shotgun, or do you still want to be in the back of the wagon?
I think it makes sense if I climbed into the shotgun.
Okay, cool.
Just because what's her face fell back and Tay is back there with her. I think. I want to climb to the shotgun so I can get a higher spot to do my.
Evocation shotgun.
Yes, basically. I'm going to attempt to. I'm going to try and blast this boar. I'm going to try and blast his legs out from under him.
Boar blast.
Boar blast.
Boar blast.
With it just like a
move, boar blast.
pillar of flame, basically, right in the boar's legs.
It creates a pillar of boars.
All right, I got a 5.
Bigger boar's legs.
Okay, I'm gonna make an athletics to try to leap over it.
Craig.
Oh.
Not correct.
Yeah, it was not. So I only had a 3. And you had a 5?
Out of 5.
Yeah.
How much do I need to succeed with style on this?
You need another 1.
You're right, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna invoke low-hanging limbs to succeed with style.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that
Because it's jumping.
both the rider and the boar were trying to stay low already, so it's trying
Yeah,
to sort
but
of like,
then it's jumping over your fire, so then it's totally.
right.
It's,
right. It can't go too high, and I hit it low, so it has nowhere to go.
I love it. I love it.
Really?
Okay, so I'll allow you to do this in either direction because narratively I think it makes sense here. Do you want the damage to be going to the boar, like the fire damage, or do you want the damage to be going to the rider?
I want it to be going to the boar.
Okay. So
Wait.
yeah.
Is the boar like naturally angry at us, or is it just following its master? I felt like this is
You don't know.
Oh, okay. I just want to know if this is an.
It is a war trained mount
I'm
that has like armor strapped onto it.
Okay.
I'm
and,
trying
like,
to
spikes strapped
stop the
onto it.
rider from being able to ride, basically, and
Sure.
and follow along. So
Sure.
I'm gonna go for.
But yeah, his question is, if you take off the rider, what will the boar do? You don't really know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I think
I was just trying to determine whether or not this was a separate entity from like the horses, which were kind of was presumed that if the rider's gone, the horse is just like
Yeah,
I'm gonna go eat this apple over here.
Right,
off of
right.
this tree.
Right. As in, like, if the rider's gone, do we have to worry about the boar? Kind of
I
thing.
mean, I don't think I'm as bloodthirsty with horses.
Oh.
But a boar, I could see. Boars are kind of mean, man.
Yeah, once the boar gets on its charge, I
Boars
can
are
see it
terrifying.
just
They
continuing
will
to
literally
like.
rip you to shreds.
Okay, so I need to make
Say the boar is on the charge. so-
make a correction that the orc war rider had to take a consequence because I had accidentally been marking physical stress instead of mental stress. So yeah, he's looking even worse, and his consequences, he's petrified from
Which
looking
one?
into
From Kalima.
Kalima's eye.
That dude is.
Oh my gosh!
What the fuck is that thing?
Hilarious.
How bad is that consequence?
Hilarious. It's a 2.
That is so good.
Yeah, it only has the 1.
Oh, Kalima is so good.
So this how much damage did you do? What was your result?
So eventually, so I got
You
this. I got
succeed
a
with style?
5 and then a
Boar meat?
7.
Yeah, and I had athletics 3.
Oh, yeah, I got
So
four.
you
Oh,
succeeded
yeah.
with style on your
You should take a chunk.
attack.
Yeah.
If Kalima leaves
Either do damage or do 1 point less of damage and gain a boost.
It just becomes a spherical thing that's just like.
So the difference is 4
It's like a snake. You can
right
still see the
now.
boar
So you'd be
going
doing 4 damage, or do you want to take 3 damage and a boost?
Table. Do I want to do 4 damage or 3 damage and a boost?
What's the situation?
I'm basically
Doing damage to the boar.
doing damage to one of
this
the big
rider
boars
is on.
that's up with us. So either I can do 4 damage or 3
You
damage.
get a boost
and
against the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
It could be on fire.
On fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's probably got a lot of.
Okay, so you do
it's
3
probably got a lot of
damage.
health.
It does have a lot of health.
I'm imagining
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get through very quick.
All right. So 3 damage and then
Like to live to
boost on fire. So can we we can invoke that when it tries to do something?
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, once it tries to get past this owl bear, perhaps that.
Yeah, I mean, anything that narratively, the fact that it's on fire would help us.
All right, cool.
Dude, it's pre-cooked.
Okay, so that was Ash.
That was Ash, yeah.
Josh's non-war rider guys are going. And,
Okay.
And then Lhanji.
So I got 2 up here in the front, so they're rolling at a +4 right now against the front wagon. So actually I only had a 2. So you got an attack of 2 coming at the front wagon. Who wants to defend it? And how? That's Jimothy, Navius,
So distracted by this.
I think stick
Babs.
with Babs.
Yeah, just maneuvering
like,
away.
Yeah.
How can
Okay.
we narratively justify that? All right.
Anybody stepping up and defending in some way, or Babs steering it away so that their attacks miss.
Yeah, you know, I
That's
guess.
very good at driving.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got like trees. You can
Yeah,
easily
that's
like
what
just
Babs
shove
does.
them into the trees.
Yeah.
A classic Star Wars forest fight.
Awesome.
Crush.
Okay, well, I'll let you guys decide on what you're doing with
Roll,
that.
Babs, go.
I
Roll
was at a
first.
2.
Bibbidi Babs.
I'll take that.
Nice.
Babs
Plus
has a
2.
3 normally.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's at a 5.
A 5, so not with style, but he does succeed. Okay.
He
There-
lives for
There
these
was 2 there.
close
thinking Babs is
quarters
because of-
driving.
I
He
designed
loves
Babs
it.
The subtleties.
Okay,
of,
I was
of
like,
the
that's-
wood.
You took out 2 from
He's used to
that were up
wilderness
on you,
races.
right? There was 3 of them on you, and you took
Yeah,
out
there's
2
only
of
one
them.
left. Well, technically
Yeah,
2
there's-
if you count the 2 halves.
Haha.
But
Yeah.
gonna be
So there's 1 left. He's going for you, Alexi. Okay, so I got a 4, and I'm gonna invoke the cover fire. So you don't see him coming, right? You had like chopped through those other guys.
yeah.
Oh wait,
I was making some.
that was sorry. That was the wrong crew.
Yeah. This is cover fire.
So I don't have that on that one. I got a 4 against you though.
Okay, and it's I guess an attack or whatever for defending.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So that's a 5.
Okay, so you defend. And the last group, which is 2 guys at this point.
Yeah. I think those
Yeah.
guys were up by the Philippines.
Oh yeah, in this
Yeah.
this group, yeah.
Those were the blinded or the cover fire.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I got a 2, 3, 4. Wait, there's 2 of them. 5. I got 5 total.
They're employing their cover fire.
Yep.
All right, that goes over. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
We should get a quick shot of just the absurdity of this this array of situational
This one's
aspects.
also done.
Is pretty pretty crazy right now.
Yeah. I'm going to.
The world of fate.
Ash is gonna keep doing it, so he's gonna try and defend. So they're coming through the fire, they're bursting through the fire, and Ash is gonna hit them, try and defend with just cutting ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
we are rolling
Holy moly!
gangbusters.
Opposite direction.
Also, favorite is with you guys as
Oh
well.
no, that dog is just running alongside the wagon.
Yep.
Oh,
It's a fun, right?
it's just having a grand old time.
Yes.
This is like,
Running through the snow. Look at all these other animals I can play with.
No, he's just, he's just barking at the wheels and doing that thing where it's like.
Or is he just running from Kalima?
I feel like everyone is.
Totally. That's why Kalima stays in the back, is
Yep.
the motivation to run away.
Makes the horses.
Old King Tanker is just fucking crazy go.
I'm going to
away from
invoke I'm just gonna invoke my gifted.
Yeah.
Called to re-roll.
Reroll.
Yeah.
All right.
I think if I roll better, I can get. Jeez. Puts it down to a 3.
I was at a 5.
All right.
Is this an attack? Defense roll?
This
It
is
was an
defense
attack.
roll.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I got a weapon 3.
And that's, is it, are there just NPCs in there? Or is there any?
Well,
No.
Ash is in the front.
Is this boar on fire?
No, it's not that one. It's this was the group of orcs.
Flaming boar.
So we got the cartographer, we got...
Cartographer, she's
She's down for
really down. Then there's Tay.
My pants!
And favorite
And Favorite.
is running right there.
Do they just trample Favorite?
I was gonna say...
I would totally allow that. That's the idea, is that you guys are all in groups. But it is horrible.
Should we take it to a vote from the chat?
I mean,
was gonna say-
I'm gonna say it's either Ash, because I don't want to lose. I don't want it to lose Dolph before our
As he's steering, yeah.
because I have 0. No one else on the card has any sort of animal skills. So I'm just gonna say it's either Tay, it's Favorite, or it's Ash. And I would say, if it's Ash, that would be all of my. I guess either Tay or me. That would be all of the physical stress.
Your
I have
stress, yeah.
Only 3.
Do you want me to... is there a
But
way
you
that I
wouldn't
can
you
just
wouldn't
give
take a consequence. I mean, otherwise somebody's taking a consequence.
I have some. I mean, I used.
I can help you out with it. Can I help you out with a token? Is that a thing?
if
Can I
it's
give you a plus
favorite,
2?
not if it's him.
Well, it would be favorite.
Right?
Biting at the heels of the orc, I guess.
I think a dog dying could warm us up to the fact that we're all gonna die.
Would it die due to this?
Yeah, but favorite has like a whole character arc. We haven't even explored it yet.
Well, the thing is, Favorite. Yeah, I mean, narratively, it makes us Favorite is there and basically sacrifices himself to trip up their horses a little bit so that they can't get a full attack on the wagon.
He is stressed.
And he goes up to bite, but he's so much smaller than the
Feels-
horses that all he does is slow them down.
Kill Fave. I feel personally attacked. When I'm sitting here willing to spend a token for it, but
I mean, we could spend token for it.
It's up to you.
as favorite.
If you spend a token
does
for
it add a plus 2?
I mean,
if I spend my token?
he is a
No.
giant dog, right?
Yeah, he's like a dire wolf-looking thing.
Oh.
Like a half. No, I'm just kidding. He's just a wolf.
He's a big.
like a half
he's
wolf
got the.
I think he was
No.
he's-
He was
a
the
Saint
Bernard.
Saint Bernard. Never mind.
Still a hefty pup.
which is
Yeah,
a
he's
giant
a hefty
dog.
pup.
Yeah. Mhm.
I say if we could spin that story and he gets up in the horse's legs just enough to slow him down, but it's not something that kills him. He just he's big enough to take it. If we use the token for it.
So
Where the red
using the
fern
token to
grows
take the
over
consequence.
No. I would say if we use the token, he achieves the same result, but just without the consequence, right? So
I was just gonna
Yeah,
have him
just,
straight up
narratively.
just bite at whatever he's riding. Which I don't
Well,
even
isn't
know
he
who we're
doing a
talking
defense?
Yes, it's a defense, and he cast an evocation spell to defend against it. So I don't know, spending a fate point for the dog to take less damage, I'm not totally seeing how that's working.
about. Or I was just like, can I just offer the fate token to help you? 'Cause
No, we determined that that's not a mechanic.
Oh,
that
okay.
you
I
can't
misled you.
you can't just pass
My
fate
bad.
tokens. Yeah.
Because I didn't realize it was his that he was defending against this.
You can in Cypher, but none of this.
Oh, okay.
In Numenera.
That's fair. That's all I was trying to say first. Was
okay.
why are you punishing me for helping you?
If it was happening to the two favorite, then I guess you'd be able to spend a
Yes.
token for it.
Yes.
Okay. It was my bad. I'm sorry.
Okay, never mind then.
Which I guess we are determining that the damage can go anywhere. So I don't know. I don't really care if you want to spend your fate token to effectively be boosting, or it's a common. It's like you guys are working together.
Yeah.
Right.
That was how I was treating it, right? Because if you can, if you're sharing the damage between anybody in this card,
Yeah, that's the reason that it's confusing. So,
Right.
But I will allow it if that's what you want to do. What was your
Or
total
or you can
at the
have the
moment?
cart take the-
You're 3 under right now.
another
Are you 3 away? 4 away? I was saying that it doesn't matter. That you're taking 3 damage.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was 3. I believe. You had a 5?
I think I just had I think I was 2 over you, so I had a hit.
Okay.
And I have a weapon 3.
Right. So there's 3
So
damage.
it's doing 3 damage, yeah.
Invoke the body as a hazard. That's brutal.
Oh no. Situational aspect.
Well, I need a decision, guys. We gotta move forward.
We could take it to the chat.
I think the chat already decided.
The chat's brutal.
Yeah.
The chat is brutal.
Well,
It comes from a cat
Chess
household. I see you.
if Josh would allow it, let's just say that favorite
Only takes the damage
or jump,
instead of taking 3 damage.
yeah, jumps to the defense and like boosts Ash's, or like
Well, effectively,
mitigates.
somebody's only taking 1 damage.
Mitigates.
So
And then
are we spreading out the damage or just mitigating?
Ash will take 1 damage.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Like, favorite jumped up in time to like sort of knock them off the balance, but the hit still happens, kind of thing.
And you spent a fate point, and you are invoking what?
Let's
One of Favorite's
let me go to
aspects?
favorite aspects.
Sure.
He's a good boy.
Good boy that sniffs out trouble.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Wild good boy.
This trouble
Sniffs out
is a fucking dog.
He saw the bones that were like hanging off of like this thing. He was just like, oh,
totally
bone!
agree.
Ow! Then he grabbed it.
So I just would mark 1 physical stress.
What if it's animal on animal abuse?
Yeah.
I think that's still pretty cool, right? Like people.
Well, it
people
doesn't
don't
have
like-
stress, right? So it takes a consequence, right?
No, Ash took the
I'm
stress.
taking the damage.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking the damage. Favorite just mitigated the damage. He like got in
Is
there.
favorite still alive though?
Favorite is still
Yeah,
alive.
favorite's a good boy. Thank you.
Okay.
Favorite's still alive. He's a big dog. He can handle some
He's a
horse
big
hits.
brain suck.
Ash was defending, and Favorite effectively aided.
Okay.
Yeah.
It got all twisted, but it doesn't matter. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. It sort of starts like visually makes sense. Yeah.
That's, I mean, as long as it
he didn't-
narratively makes sense,
He didn't
then
stop
you
the
roll with
attack,
it,
he just
right?
made the
The
attack a
joy of
little
fate.
wonky.
Yep.
You know?
Okay, that was all of those guys.
Okay, so
Cool.
Lhanji is up.
I would like to scrounge around in the body of the wagon and find some stuff to clang together and try to make a loud noise to confuse the owl bear. So I want to create an advantage against the owl.
Nice.
Cool. Some well, I guess there aren't pots and pans because those are in
Yeah.
Yurik's wagon,
I
but
guess-
that's the idea.
Or there's
Yeah.
that whole thing that like bears don't have very good vision, so if you like make yourself look really big
Right.
with like your
Like a-
cloak
like
or
a
something.
sheet.
Yeah, totally.
We take off the covering of the wagon and
Yes.
just tie all my clothes together and fan out. of
Yes.
the tree.
Cool.
And the owlbear's not startled by this thunderous chase, but it is startled by a cloak or something.
I was thinking of trying
Flashy
to make an
objects.
owlbear call, and I felt like that was a stretch.
No, I think you're cool with going with the loud noises.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
depends
If
how good your
anything,
owlbear call is.
Yeah, Navius is back there with a sword, and we can bang that against something. Right.
Metallic sound.
I think it's
So I
cool.
was
Have to
gonna
know
roll
an owlbear mating dance.
deceive.
That seems right.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
+3.
Yeah, +3
Nice.
succeeds. So you are creating an advantage against the owlbear. So we need another thing, Keith.
Sorry.
Poor owlbear was doing nothing. He was just chilling in the
Startled by
woods.
noise.
Yeah.
He was just hanging out, trying to get
Just
some grub,
grazing.
and
Yeah.
then this band of people come barreling through.
Is it omnivorous? What do?
I would imagine
Would it be
that
more
two
helpful if we said
carnivorous
disoriented?
creatures would then become
Yeah,
just
it's definitely a carnivore.
That way we could possibly
So
like
it's
evoke and be like,
grazing
oh,
on
it's attacking an
rodents.
orc.
Oh, right. Yeah. What was
Yeah.
it grazing on?
I mean, I
On mice
foresee it
that were
attacking orcs.
grazing on
Yeah.
seeds.
All right.
All owlbears narrate.
The owlbear is
the
disoriented by the
novels.
cacophony,
Cool.
Sweet.
No.
and now we're doing the obstacle. We're getting past the owlbear.
Startled by the noise wasn't good enough for you. You had to go with disoriented by the cacophony.
Yes.
And
I mean, He is a writer.
Yeah.
Come on.
It was a strident sound.
I banged everything I could find.
Yes, it was a cacophony.
Did a good job. Excellent.
All right, so drivers roll.
Yeah,
Let's go front to back.
I'm
For
cool with
fun.
whatever method you want to go.
All right, that means Babs is first.
Bibbidi Babs.
You got a 1 that you're looking to overcome.
Only a 1? Okay.
Yep.
Tinky did it.
So 2-2.
Yeah, you still got it.
So,
Groovy.
Babs got it.
Camera's not
Gravy.
pointed at
All
anything.
right,
And what are the invokes
Firla.
against the owlbear that we've got?
we have disoriented by the cacophony,
Yes.
and then we have
Coffin by the old. Sorry.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
we could maybe use the on fire boost.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
the
one
boar veers off and.
We could use that against him when he tries to get past it.
Oh, I see. Can't use that just generally. Okay, so basically just the disoriented.
I mean, Josh would have to buy it. It's like, do you buy it that this boar
Who's
being
going?
on fire?
You or me?
I'm driving the
Firla.
second wagon.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
let me do that.
Let's see.
Nice.
You get it.
I got a 2,
Does it?
but Josh is probably going to invoke this fact that I'm run off the road
Yeah,
against
sorry.
me.
I am.
Also, I'm on fire. My hair is on fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna just let that stay for now because that.
It's pretty great.
You did just put your arm in the fire.
I'm
So what did
imagining-
you have? What did you have for your
imagining
total?
that
I had a 2 for my
scene
total.
in,
A 2. Okay, so I
Two Towers
did
with
invoke,
that
so
tree
I'm at
runs
a
and puts
3.
his head
Okay.
into that ant puts its head into the big water.
Oh yeah.
Big like.
my prediction is that Firla will just be like, I don't know, twigs by the time we're done.
Yeah.
I know,
Still
right?
there, but just missing huge chunks of the body. Or
Can
body.
I'm cool with taking this hit.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Mm-hmm.
How bad is it? Am I getting clubbed by this owl bearer?
Oh.
Cuffed by it?
Yeah, I think it's a weapon 3.
Did you want to invoke?
It's like a
this?
normal attack type thing.
No, Firla's suicidal.
I'm good. I want
figure
to
this
make
out
sure that
after
everybody
the
else
first
gets by.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll roll next.
I'll roll next.
Oh, are we doing it in
front to
line?
back. Yeah.
All right, so 3. I take a 3. 3 stress, Josh, or am I going right to consequences?
Stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I took 3 stress.
All right, Dolph. So he's got a 2. 2 gets by.
Yes.
All right.
Is this cracked?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a -1. +2.
Disorient gets
Does it right?
that gets you a 1.
Yeah, you'd be tied. Which over.
That works.
Yeah,
works for
overcoming
me.
an obstacle.
At a minor cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark it.
Okay.
Excellent.
What's your minor cost?
Kalima breaks its gaze with the.
Kalima's
Minor
fur gets a little
cost
dirty.
for what is the actual situation?
You're
of
getting
this?
past the owl bear. You're trying to get past the owl bear.
It could do like minor damage to me if you wanted it to. You could like swipe at me or something.
Yeah, I mean it has a weapon 3. If it's damaging you, and our armor would apply because it's like a weapon. So I don't know if you have armor.
I don't know if I ever got to armor.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably
that
should
did
have,
any of us put armor on?
I didn't.
Well, I certainly explained it all. The way that weapons and armor work is like a weapon 3 is basically like it will do 3 damage no matter if I hit with like a 1 or however much, right?
Yeah, I can't
armor
remember too
works
many of
like in the inverse direction. So if you're like I have armor 2, you're like if I get hit by a 4, you're like that reduces to a 2 because I have armor 2. Yeah, that's
Maybe,
basically it. But the idea is it is also like heavier and can be like invoked against you because you're like wearing heavier armor.
Maybe there's like a situational aspect of like don't know, off balance or like.
Yeah, how about like I'm seeing something like a bolt's coming loose, right? Like you've got these two arms that are running up to Kalima, and you like look down, and one of them is like,
yeah, wagon is like basically like
it's a situational aspect against your wagon.
Shaky wagon.
Shaky leg.
Oh, I'm just going bolts coming loose.
Cool.
Screw loose.
Screw loose. Loose screw.
I mean, Kalima's already kind of screw loose, but.
Did everybody? Well, Josh's stuff still has to roll to get past all
Yep.
the obstacles.
First group
Wow.
succeeds with style. Okay, so help me out here, guys. There's this first group has 2, right?
First group has 2.
The second group, which is the one that he attacked, has 1, right? And okay, that's right. And then the third group has 2 orcs and a big guy, right? Okay. So this is for just the orcs,
Both of those.
right?
Roll the
Nice.
same.
Okay, so that's one.
That's for this one.
That orc. I have a 2.
This one.
I'm at a 1. So that ties. So that's a minor cost. And then next group of orcs, these guys here.
I'm gonna invoke that it's disoriented in order to make him fail.
Where's the?
You're talking about the owlbear?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Or I guess I could invoke something else, certainly.
No, that makes
the like low. Actually, I'll do the low hanging branches.
Okay.
That basically one of them like clubs him across the head and then actually like wraps around him and like yanks him up. And
No. Awesome.
Yeah. So I think that takes that guy out. And that was this guy.
Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that was the guy.
If he I didn't mean to imply that he was dead, but
No, I mean these guys only can take but a couple damage.
Your other 2.
These guys here. So they do overcome it. They're at a 2 versus a
And
1.
then your war
or
riders.
one of them on fire. One of their boars on fire.
Now I'm at the War Rider.
Or, okay.
This is
Front
the
War
front one
Rider.
is the one that's on fire.
Yeah.
So rolling for the front one there.
Come on, yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, so that is a 4 right now.
Dang. All right. He's on fire, so that's a -2.
That was not the right one.
Oh, sorry.
Leave a +5.
He's on fire over here.
Remarkable.
Let's.
Yeah, don't try to do
Oh, God.
anything
I'm sorry.
versus their handling. Oh, God.
I looked at it earlier and it's okay. It's all upside
So
down.
on fire gets him down to what? Gets him down to 1.
I have a 4. On fire gets him down to 2.
He's still succeeding.
So,
Disoriented by the Cacophony is a great band name. I agree. DB the C.
I only have 1 fate token left. Does anybody have a fate token to give us? Get rid of this dude.
What, did you get rid of him? He's
Or-
at a
or at least-
+4, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna
I
get
guess
him
at
down.
least.
well, he's at 2 now because we invoke on fire.
Yeah, and then a tie. I guess. Yeah.
But then we could get him down 2 more and he would fail.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Do you want to keep the on fire? Because
Yeah, I might do
Let's,
that.
let's keep
yeah.
on fire for the next round. He's still gonna be on fire.
Okay, and then
Actually,
the last
you're still
one
on
is-
fire.
You're still on fire. Sorry.
Narratively, just lights back up.
Yeah, he succeeds. 5. Yeah, he succeeds with style. So my front group succeeded with style,
And you're back.
and that was
War
the
Rider.
owl. That was the owlbear. I think they've just got good positioning. They've got you flanked.
Cash it up. Group.
The front group.
Is there just one guy? Oh, there's two guys there.
2 up front. 0 with you guys now. 2 with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, team Flexi.
And this
Lexi.
this guy in the back.
For Lexa.
For Lexia. For Lexi, yeah.
All right. Is that everybody in your?
This guy in the back has an advantage as well.
The on fire guy, or the way back guy.
No, the one that's in the back.
You just.
I got him. He's I think he's like falling back into the dust so that you can't see him. He's concealed by dust.
And terrified.
He's keeping out of Kalima's
Yeah,
line of
he's like,
sight.
Yeah, exactly.
don't go near the eye.
I think those are boosts, temporary boost, right? So he's got that. Those guys got that.
Ooh. Are we fording a river?
Yeah, the next obstacle is fording a river.
Fjord. Jordan.
Fjording
Oh boy.
You guys are.
break time, huh? What do y'all think?
I suppose so.
8:51, or y'all want to keep going for the end?
Oh
Well,
man!
what time
don't
is it
say
now?
that. We'll end up with
Yeah,
dysentery.
I guess we do need to take a break.
Short one?
Yeah.
Cool with that.
10 minutes.
Let's do 10 minute.
All right. Let me set my timer. We are going to take a 10-minute break, guys.
Woo!
And catch us on the flip when we maybe
When they run out of fate points and things start
When we
really
all-
going badly for them.
when we all drown, because I have 1 fate point right now, guys. It's gonna be bad. All right, you guys.
See you then.
You guys ready?
Yup.
Posing.
Pose
Power
time.
Pose.
I'm gonna say that this is
Fjording?
also a 1.
This isn't working. I need a third arm. Here.
Fjording?
No. What are you doing?
All right.
And the situation or the like aspects of this one are ice cold snow melt, right?
Oh.
And
Sounds delicious.
and muddy banks on either side of
Can I
the
use cooking?
river.
Oh, I saw the latest single from that guy.
Snow melt?
Muddy banks.
Muddy banks.
Can I make cooking?
So that's done.
Muddy Banks.
That
That's my new folk band. In case anyone was wondering, you can come see us next Friday.
A 1-man,
Alright.
2 ukulele
We're
band.
doing a thing. It's just
One
me and
man, 2
myself.
ukulele, and 1 goat band.
Muddy Banks. Don't forget. See you next
I
Friday.
am going to.
Be there or be quadrilateral.
I think I'm gonna have my snow vine attack somebody.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your snow
Snowbine's
vine.
hungry.
Oh, Snowbite is also a killer.
There is.
Leading in team kills, I think.
Is there any of these dudes who looks like they're like close to getting
Sure,
taken
that
down
horse counted for
from
5.
physical?
No,
That's technically 2.
that is not a
Horse
confirmed.
Pretty sure it applies. Actually.
No, I mean these guys are at full health, but like one of the guys in their group had been taken out, so there happened to be none like around you. But I'm totally cool with you saying that your snow vine moves up to the next.
Yeah, if it's just like one zone away or whatever. All right, I'll take out one of those guys.
Okay.
So it bursts out of the ground, and it does its crazy. I'm kind of seeing the head on the like in Stranger Things, how it has that weird like fruity blossom head, right?
The Demogorgon.
But it's like all like curled up when it pops out the ground like some kind of Mario thing. It's grabs hold of them.
Style.
And it's using fight. Oh, that's so sad.
It's still gonna be decent, no?
It's gonna 1.
People play Skyward Sword.
Wow, I also rolled poorly and got a 1 as
Love
well.
to.
So the plants, like they have the 4 petals that like deal with them.
I need a switch.
Quite a cool game.
It's a carnivorous, snow-burrowing vine snake.
It's the only one I haven't played.
I'm invoking to get a +2.
Okay. So you hit. What's your weapon value on? Did you determine?
I
that?
didn't really determine it.
I mean, a longsword seems like it makes sense, huh?
Yeah.
The 3. So that takes out one of these guys. What happens? Describe it.
I think it's similar to this other guy that got taken down. It bursts out of the ground as this horse is running towards it, and the blossom grabs hold of this guy's head, and the horse just keeps going, and the guy's legs like rip out from under him, and then he just like the vine snake just slips back into the ground, and the guy's legs are like sticking out of the snow again, and just gets yanked into
Undoubtedly, the most horrifying monster to exist in this game so far is the NPC of Keith's character.
Somehow you're connects eyes with.
Yeah, totally. Kalima's the goat eye and the snow vine.
Don't look her in the eye.
And I love that it just goes for the head. Just immediately grabs it by the head.
That's where the juicy eyeballs are.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, what does it say about its appetite? It has
It's not discerning.
Always hungry and not discerning.
Undiscerning.
All right.
We're just getting lucky every time the snow vine
You're
attacks someone
bursting up
other than us.
out of the dust from behind you. This boar is just charging right at your guys' wagon. Oh,
Damn, man.
that is not good. That's not good. I got an extremely high number.
What the fuck do I do? I'm imagining that fight doesn't work in this case. It does not make sense that I would be able to defend a boar ramming the back of the wagon.
What about endurance?
Animal
To
handling.
stabilize.
Yeah, I think animal handling would make sense. Or Kalima's maybe athletics or something could defend with. To like
Maybe
run
she's,
fast.
To pull
speeding,
forward.
She's speeding up. All right, let's do it. Kalima
Definitely makes sense.
draws back, and
Kalima!
hits the reins, and she gets going. Oh shit!
Kalima.
Beautiful.
She got a total of 5.
Nice, dude. Well, I mean, I have a high number and rolled well, but my total was an 8. So.
It's only 3 difference though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 3 damage going to you or Kalima or the
Thing is,
or the cart.
He can also.
Kalima's out of the question.
I'm going
Did you already invoke this concealed by dust?
I did
Josh?
not yet.
I'm going to. I'm gonna probably invoke.
Yeah. Keep in mind that I do have this concealed by dust that I haven't invoked yet.
Correct. I'm still gonna invoke. I'm gonna invoke
Something about Kalima.
probably some over here.
You want me to try to get a view?
I got it.
Snow melt, because I'm imagining she's better at going through the snow than this pig is.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend a token to get just so it's just 1 difference now.
Yeah,
I'm
one
up
difference.
to 7.
Yeah. Well, I am gonna spend this concealed by dust because it's a temporary boost that isn't gonna last for long. So.
All right.
Got to.
Yep. So I've got 3.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, it's a difference of no, but I'm actually because I'm 3 over, I'm succeeding with style. I'm choosing to do 1 less damage, so I'm doing 2 damage and gaining a boost.
Okay.
Think about what that boost is for just a moment.
You're trading a boost for a boost.
But it's a boost that he can keep using later.
Yeah.
Okay, the other one
Yeah.
is up here, and this is the boar that's on fire. Is making an attack on this second wagon.
On my wagon.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
That's the one that's where it's been the whole time.
I'd like to dub this wagon the sitting duck.
But you certainly can. And so I got a 5 right now. And the on fire is
Oh shit.
is in play.
That's me. I'm defending. I'm going to have. You got a 5 right now?
Mm-hmm.
The boost is in his favor, right?
It's
the
in
on
my
fire.
favor.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So make sure.
I'm going to attempt to. The evocation is just so strong, I just can't help but use it. All right, I'm going to use. Ash is going to try to defend. He's going to try and. He's going to fire the boar again.
Yeah. Well, maybe the boar is on fire, so maybe he's just like making the fire that's on the boar.
Right.
grow.
He's just trying to like.
Yeah.
He really wants to flame it up.
Cook it.
He wants to cook the boar.
Delicious. I told
So that's a 5, and I'm gonna invoke that on fire.
Okay.
told
Yeah.
Taylor earlier. I've got pork right here.
Yeah, boy.
Dice. So
Ooh, yeah.
we
How
get some
many?
pig out of
My
this.
goal
Yeah, so
is
so
to
it's
kill
so
it.
it's coming over like it's gonna ram you guys, and then you're like, and it's like
Yeah.
instead of attacking you guys.
Awesome pig noise.
Yeah, that was really fucking good. Yeah, that pig's roasted. Everyone smells bacon.
Working on that.
And the face too. It's excellent.
I haven't been working on. I've kind of forgot about that sound effect, to be honest. But, yeah,
You're naturally
one from back in the day. the pig sounded like that.
So, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
so it does not hit you,
Cool.
and that's it for those guys. So now it is Alexi.
Yurik and Ash are on deck.
Okay. I guess because Alexi doesn't really have any enemies, I'm gonna use Jim Jam up there. Jimothy to. Well, who do we have left? Just one guy?
Just the one guy up there at the moment. You also can try to do something to have advantages with the river.
Oh, right. Icy. Ice cold, snow melts. Muddy banks. What could I do?
Get that one out of the way.
Yeah, or
good
Alexi.
I always roll bad.
Okay, can he move from one cart to another in one turn and take an action, or you can tell me no? That just determines whether or not I'm using.
Well, you definitely can't do all of that stuff in a single turn, but there are like a couple of horses that are probably kind of still riding alongside because there were orcs that got like dismounted. So I would allow you to make a check to get onto a horse and then move up to the next area. That would be your turn.
I was actually
that
going
seems
to,
like the right amount.
Okay. Well, I was
Yeah.
going to use the horse to pull back because I feel like.
Yeah, either direction. Yeah.
What's the difficulty, or do I not know that?
I'm gonna say it's like a 3. I think it'd be fairly difficult to jump from a wagon
I think that's what you use for your orc.
for the orc doing it.
I think I remember you using that.
Okay, so it has to be a 3.
It would be like an athletics check of 3. Also potentially handle animal to get the horse over to you.
Come here. Come here. I'm gonna get on you.
It's like, why am I still running?
Yeah. Now I'm just running to run.
No, because
Yeah,
they
totally.
do though. Totally.
Yeah,
like when they're in a like group
Yeah,
like
it's
that,
like there's
they
other
just keep
horses
going.
running, I run too. That's the thing.
So we're all running.
Yeah.
These are human horses, but I'm an orc horse. Why are my riders not green? This is difficult.
Yeah, okay, I'll try to get on the horse.
Do it.
Okay. Yep. You need a 3.
That was my best. Yeah, that was better.
Was it? Alright, don't put this up.
None of us have seen a horse in real life.
All blanks.
Okay.
What's a horse?
That was a 2, so I would need to invoke something. I have
There you
nothing
go.
free.
It's that you got to get the one cheek going.
That seems like such a waste to use a token, but
You could also maybe succeed with a consequence.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, failing is that you could succeed, but at a great cost. I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean,
just say that like
certainly
since
at a
it's
cost.
not my horse, he it's more difficult to handle or something.
I mean, you take damage.
Oh.
You're like half hanging on. Like it maybe I would say a cost could be a situational negative aspect.
How much physical stress would it be?
What's your difference in how much did you fail by?
It's by 1.
By 1.
I'll take the
seems
damage.
reasonable.
That doesn't seem that bad.
When you jump over, you land with your gut right on the. What's the knob on the saddle called?
Ooh, yeah.
Could you imagine that? You jump over and
Saddle knob.
you're right in the gut. Just takes the wind out of you.
Right in the diaphragm.
In fact, that's gonna be the. That's gonna be the.
That's not a kiss.
Oh, rather than the physical stress?
Oh, sorry. That you're right.
I was just
Excuse
thinking of
me.
physical
Yes.
stress. Cool. Well, I'll take that, and then now I will pull back and try to attack these guys.
Okay. Well, next turn you can attack. You can't attack also in this turn. It's the action to like get onto the horse, right?
Okay, that's what I was asking
Near you,
earlier.
Ash.
If
Well, I answered that that's what it was, but
my
Near you.
I was reading it as you can do that, but you have to make a check for it. That's what I was
gotcha.
reading it as.
Gotcha. I mean, in general, you can take an action and you can move.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you can move one zone and do an action, and they're pretty big about like that. You only will ever roll one time in a turn. Like
Okay.
you'll only ever like make
Yeah,
one,
that's fair.
one thing that would require a roll in a turn.
I guess I could put you on the horse and not just move the horse back.
Yeah, I'm committed.
Data's fear.
Nice.
Do you know what you're up to?
Horn of the saddle.
No, go for it.
Okay. So in Kalima's.
You didn't really have anyone.
Kalima did not accelerate fast enough to get away from the boar's attack, but in her acceleration, I want to come up into this zone and attack these two. She's basically just pulling forward, and these two are in her way, most likely. So she's getting them out of her way.
Lima.
If that's okay, Joshua. Mm-hmm. So she got a +5. No, that's a fight. +4 to attack these two.
Yeah, she's ramming. Okay.
The horse
Ramming speed.
She's decimating the horses.
Well, I'm
horses.
basically rolling the like orcs and their horses as a single entity.
No, I know. That was a thematic.
So okay, well, it probably would make sense to do a handle animal here, though, huh? So because they're like trying to get out of the way rather than like a fight. So they got a 2,
All you can do is try
3
and get
because
out of the
they're
way,
working
hold on.
together. Oof. Okay, I got a 2.
I got a 4.
Yes. All right. Well,
Destroy.
I think you take one of them out.
Horn Sickle.
How does that
right
happen?
up the horse's butt.
Wait, hold on a second.
It tries to like.
Isn't there? Maybe this is off balance. The front one is flanked.
I still.
I kind
I
of
still
feel
like.
that is not.
I still like the
applicable anymore.
idea.
Yeah, it's no longer applicable. But that was more of like they got.
It was that
good
they were
position.
in positioning.
Yeah.
So like one of them is still in good position.
Man, did I not do like the that your cart was coming apart?
You did, but you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just cannot find it.
Centaurk, half horse, half orc, one similar entity.
yeah, you're right. The bolt loose.
Yeah,
You definitely wrote
You
it.
definitely wrote it.
I
remember.
I thought so.
I remember seeing it.
Yeah, I'm just not
Yeah.
sure where it went.
Well,
Well, you're
But that is a
Because I am going to invoke it against you here.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That puts us at a tie, right?
Yeah.
And you were
'Cause that
attacking?
was, +4.
And I was at 2. So a tie is gain a boost instead of doing damage.
Okay. The boost is
Kalima would have some sort of a boost, like against
Yeah.
these guys in front of.
yeah. I
Her.
want to say just that she's on the ready or whatever. So like she's able to. She's got a boost to evading them or whatever.
Maybe
That's
she's
cool.
maybe
Knock
she's
them off
locked on
balance, or-
target.
Locked on target.
I don't know. It's a boost. Yeah. I guess narratively it can be whatever, but she was attacking them,
Yeah.
so it seems like it should be not
That
not
makes
necessarily
sense.
applied to them, but
Maybe she smells orc blood.
Blood
Yes.
rage, blood rage, blood
Yes.
rage.
Kalima is enraged.
just enraged.
Yes.
Hornery.
Very.
Horny?
But I moved up a zone, just to make that clear, out of that other orc's zone.
Okay.
Filled with goaty.
That was one of the points of that.
Yeah, it's just that I don't really think that there's a difference because, like, you don't have to make a roll to just advance forward and backward zones, so he's just going to move up to where you are.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah,
I just
you're just wanting to be like in the same area as this other group, so it's
Yeah.
all that wagon is like you're all in the same area.
Yeah.
Bloodlust.
Cool, that's cool.
Kind of like how he dropped back.
Yeah.
I want to move into that with him. Is kind
Yeah, so Alexi's there with you.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so you guys will just all be in the same clump. Sounds good.
I yell out,
Kalima, it's good to see you.
She stares at you and you get terrified.
I feel a little uncomfortable, yes. I take
A
6
shiver
mental
runs up your
stress.
spine.
Don't talk to my goat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ash stands up and just like you see flames fully engulf his entire body,
Whoa.
and he just says, "Why won't you die?"
Flame on.
Just flames right at the boar again.
Yeah.
He's ready to take it all
The
the
Human
way down.
Torch.
Okay,
full
that's a
80s.
5.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And that narratively made sense.
I'm ready to spend some tokens.
And this is on the boar.
Yeah, he wants to roast that boar so it stops living.
Okay.
Oh, delicious
Athletics.
Don't cook it before
I mean,
we get it.
do you think you could use endurance
Smell bacon.
against
Probably
a
would-
fireball?
Yeah, it would probably make more sense then.
Than
Well,
athletics
could
to
I
get out of the way. I mean, I
He's
feel
already
like
goes
either
fire.
Oh, that's true.
Like burnt fur.
Yeah. So he's using endurance.
I don't know. Have you ever smelled a pork on fire?
I also have a 5.
You're actually right.
Dang.
It won't die.
I'm going to
Endurance is his high
never
stat.
says
Yeah,
die.
exactly. That shit is.
I'm going to use a fate point. I'm going to invoke that he's already
Yeah.
quite on fire.
Yeah.
And
Makes
I want to
sense.
fully engulf him, so I'm going to use another to invoke on fire
It's just fueling the flames.
to invoke this guy. Yeah.
All right.
We'll go with
Yeah. What does it look like for this orc who's riding this boar?
that. He's
This
seeing his
flaming boar. Somehow he's not burned.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's literally just riding a fireball.
Yeah. At this
So
point-
all you can
at
see
this
is
point.
fire, and he's just.
A giant roasted pig.
That's hilarious.
But he won't give up.
Yeah.
No.
Did you say hilarious?
I didn't.
And actually,
Can we use
Josh,
that
you're
later,
gonna be
though,
up
for Kalima?
Kalima or Claris. Okay.
with your non-war riders.
Yeah, yeah. So these front guys had got in position. This one guy left. He's making an attack on your wagon.
As his friend is being yanked into the. Into the
I feel like
snow.
would he make an attack on Babs? Like on the driver?
I'm just applying it to everyone because
Okay.
I've been sticking with that rule. So I got a 4 against the front wagon.
Roll animal handling for Babs, yeah. Drive away.
Run, Babs, run.
Oh, that was terrible.
Just a -1.
that's
So you're at a 2,
That's a 2. Also 2.
He's got.
and I had a 4.
He's got a flanked thing here. He's ready to check off.
You're darn right I am. In fact, I'm just doing it. I'm at a 4 over you guys right now.
Okay.
We should just take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Who wants to take it though?
Well, there's lots of people in this wagon.
Yes.
Babs.
I
Who's
would
got the
say
highest
Navius
endurance?
could fall over.
Okay.
And take it.
Take damage, yeah.
Well, I feel like that's gonna open up his
Off balance.
Oh
Na-
yeah, you
Navius
could get
boost.
pegged from that too, though.
Mm-hmm.
get even more.
Jim Jam can heal him later.
Jimothy could take damage.
Jimothy could take damage.
And he's like has a stress track, right? You guys share a stress track, so it wouldn't necessarily be a consequence.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna need some clarification because apparently I don't understand when you wrote the stress boxes. Just
I think that was
disregard that.
prior to the
Disregard that?
stress
Okay.
being
So I
applied
could just
to both.
pass that to.
I transcribed what is on.
Yeah, just what's on the
that-
base character
Pass that
sheets.
to Alexi.
You guys share the same pool.
You share the same pool, so I mean, technically it doesn't matter who's taking the damage, and narratively it makes sense that Jimothy's taking the damage.
Yeah, let him get roughed up a little bit. I'll pass the stress to Alexi then. How much is it?
Well, I'm saying that you can't really. I mean, I guess you can pass it between anybody, yes, but like in this situation, it doesn't make a difference to pass stress between Alexi or you because you share the same stress track. It effectively is the same thing whether you take damage or Jimothy takes damage. It's just narratively different. And Jimothy is the one who's getting attacked here. Mm-hmm. So Jimothy is the one taking the damage. Narratively.
I'm just trying to figure out like which boxes to
check the one on your character sheet. Like you literally only ever have the one stress track and it's the one that's on your character sheet.
Cool.
But it's just that you're NPC or you can take that damage. And it was 4 damage is where I'm at right now.
The only time it'll change is when you start taking consequences.
Okay.
And that's when you'll start differentiating.
Consequences separately.
Yeah.
Got it. So I'm gonna just.
So
Yeah,
after,
he just doesn't have a stress track.
After you you fill up your stress track, then it's like if this happens to Jimothy, Jimothy takes the consequence. Or if this happens to Alexi, Alexi takes the consequence.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Well, he finally gets a little bit of his comeuppance.
Sorry, it's confusing if there actually are 2 different tracks. You just have to only be working from the one from your character sheet.
What happens to Jimothy?
What does happen to Jimothy? This is a like archer.
He's an
here.
archer.
Somebody stole your sweet roll.
Okay, I guess he gets. He stands up to say something. He was just like,
Yes.
Can you stop? Can you please drive this wagon a little bit more smoothly? I'm having trouble dropping all of my oils over here when I'm trying to create a smoke screen. You're robbing me of my glorious and heroic. Oh! You shot me! How dare he shoot me? Please, someone over here, Navius, please. Could you please attack him? How dare? How dare? Shoot me!
I love the idea that Jimothy has been like fiddling this entire time, like trying to get.
I'm going to save us all.
Yeah, he's got his high school science project going on over here.
Wow. Well done, Tim.
So good.
Awesome.
You those words someday.
Any other riders you got, Josh?
Yeah, I think
We got
just
two
these
riders
2
back
here. And they're going for. I guess they're just going for the wagon. So I'm at +4. I got a 3 total. 3 total against this wagon.
All right.
You guys are taking it over there.
That's why we
Dolph is going to
established
try
this working order.
and use his animal handling to just pull ahead.
Yeah.
Sort of figure out.
we need to make sure to put major characters in.
What'd you get?
3.
We did.
So that tied.
You're also at a 3.
3.
So you were defending. I was attacking, so I would just have a boost.
Ash, I've been throwing stuff around, but
So you've just been passing it off to our minor characters, so that you don't have to take.
I passed it off to one minor
Amelia's
character,
blind,
and then
okay?
I took
She is blind
took
now.
the physical damage, but
That's how we do things around here. That's how we live to see another day.
How dare you? You were willing to throw away favorite before your character took a minor consequence.
So right now I'm just getting a boost against you, but not doing damage.
Yes. Yes.
Are you accepting that?
If you choose to accept this mission.
Yes, I'm accepting that.
Okay. The boost is they're prepared to board. They're ready to jump onto your
That
wagon.
sounds about right.
Can you write the boar part in bold?
The team of orcs.
Board. B-O-A-R.
It's not a good session if we don't put some puns.
Some puns.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the point of aspects, right?
To pontificate.
Okay. That was them. That's it for my guys.
Then Lhanji's up.
Kill him, Lhanji.
Or
Direct all of us to do something.
Don't forget we're fording the river.
I have not forgotten.
Yeah, we're about to fall into a river.
But it's just a +1.
Get
Yeah.
swept away.
Well, a +1 is hard to come by for some drivers.
Or cursed die.
I was gonna
Smell
have-
that Sharpie from over here.
I know, I've been smelling it all night.
Intense.
I know, it's lovely.
Great.
It's lovely.
Could you pass that over here?
One of the joys of fate.
I just got a boost. free boost.
Blinded by the Sharpie.
I'm sorry.
No,
I mean, it's just a perfect melody. You can't-
you've
can't be a
invoked that
fault
too
for
much
this.
tonight. You have to start paying tokens for it.
No, here.
I'm not sure what skill would apply, but could we try to initiate crossing at an advantageous point, like basically lead the way, try to find like somewhere
I would say that would be a
more
survival
narrow.
check.
Perfect.
Like Navius could make survival.
Yeah.
To point something out.
Good old
Maybe
Nave.
is whispering in bad.
Use the cobblestones.
Use that perfectly crafted bridge over there.
Yeah.
Just
right there.
Just like beautiful stone bridge, elaborately
missed
carved.
+2 survival from Navius.
Okay, that does it.
Studying the.
That does it to give
the
yourself
river.
the boost.
Nice.
Thank you.
Or it could be
Use that.
it could be like Muddy Banks or something where he's just like pointing out the least muddy
Yeah.
or something.
Least muddy bank.
Or unless you want to say that it's something else,
No, Muddy Banks is fine.
just to make it easy.
Least muddy banks.
The least.
Navius
got a
gives
good
a
spot in
signal
the money
to
banks.
Yeah.
Firla.
All right, cool.
Sword.
So that's everybody. So now we're gonna go.
Let's ride.
Start with the front.
Babs is on.
Bibbity Babs.
Baby Babs.
Bibbity Bad Boy Babs.
Fording the river. About to get Oregon Trail on
Bad
us.
boy Babs.
That's definitely
Yeah.
his nickname.
Yeah, definitely.
Up to you.
Do
I
not
think you
catch
have to
dysentery.
license.
What was Dolph's nickname again? Snookers.
Snookers and Bibbity Bad Boy
Did you have
Babs.
inspiration when you were creating Babs?
I guess
Actor,
kind
actress,
of
character.
separately.
Okay, so
Emphasis
that was
on the
a
peppy.
plus, but
Yeah, Babs does
there's
it.
a 3.
Babs does it.
To
Right.
overcome this. Yep.
Yeah.
Because he's
Nailed it.
Bibbity Bad Boy Babs.
Alright, go ahead, Firla.
She's
Got a
Bibbity Bad Boy
+1.
Babs.
Yes.
Yes, nailed it.
Got a 4. I succeeded with style.
You do.
It gives
Yeah.
me a boost, right? Can I add?
To something that's there.
I guess it would have to be a boost that's already out there.
Well, honestly, I'm cool with it being one of
Okay, the money banks. thing.
because we're gonna move past it this
Yeah,
turn.
give me another
right?
check
It's
on the money
It's
banks.
effectively.
You're solidifying the muddy banks.
Yes.
as you
Yes,
pass
with,
by.
with your nature magic, right? Mud to stone.
Yeah.
Muddy
Oh,
banks.
Alright, Dolph. Yeah. Yeah, 4.
Pulling it together on this river.
Also succeeds with style.
Okay, let's just add another to Muddy Banks, I guess.
I'm glad we're using all our good rolls on the +1.
I got a 2.
You also succeed.
Alright.
Okay.
Good job, guys.
All these invokes.
I'm going to invoke to succeed with style.
To create another boost.
No, it would cancel itself out then.
Does it? Depends
Effectively,
on,
yeah.
Depends on
Unless
what the
you're-
boost is.
Yeah.
Well, you can make another.
Can we use these invokes against you?
I'm
Is that
rolling.
how it works?
I don't really see that you can. I don't know. Use them against me and like for your advantage.
Yeah.
It would have to be like narratively justified. Yeah.
I see.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to figure out why
We will say that 10 million more times before this stream is over.
Yeah.
Because that is basically the single most important rule. Well, does it make sense?
Correct.
Was it cool?
Yes.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Yes.
All right. So this first guy
Yeah. He's all on his own. Some
He'll get you.
fails.
falls in the river.
Actually, I'm gonna use a fate point
How about he
so
gets
that he doesn't.
How do you
fall in
have
the
so
river.
many left?
I haven't spent any. I just haven't even touched them.
Yeah, there have been free invokes that he's
I
got.
don't
from
know.
like
Have you guys
Hasn't
been?
needed to,
Have you
'cause
guys been
they're
watching him chat? See, I should get a camera on his.
I've only used one so far this entire session.
Yeah.
That's my second one, and I'm using.
I'm so glad we'll get all our fate tokens back as soon as we reach the castle.
I know. Isn't that great? That the session will conveniently end, and then we'll get to refresh.
Yeah, we'll all set up camp.
He's a warrior of the Orcish warband. Okay.
I love that band. I listen to them.
Great band.
Orcish war band.
Orcish war.
Great band.
Lead
Okay, so
singer,
these
Buddy
two
Banks.
normal orcs back here
Yeah, well, that's my side gig.
succeed.
Oh, the Muddy Banks project.
Yeah, where I play two ukuleles.
2,
Muddy
3,
Banks
4 with
experience.
style.
Birth two new arms.
All right. This guy here, who is on fire.
Congratulations. 2 arms.
Biological.
Cracked.
So mean.
Reroll for
Oh, but
Really
he
gets
has
a
a
plus
high handle animal.
What's he at?
A 3 right now.
If it winds up negative, I'm more than not correct.
Trying to.
And he also has a consequence of being petrified. The rider could be invoked against him.
Being petrified.
Oh, the
trying to
guy
decide if
I
I
messed
wanna-
up?
If he tied with the he
Oh wait, that's a different guy. Sorry, this is the boar that's on fire.
yeah. If he
Excuse me.
tied, he would succeed, but with a consequence, right?
Yeah, succeed but with a minor cost.
That's my last
Overcome.
one.
Yeah.
I don't want to use
I don't
my
know if
last
that's
one on
worth
that.
it.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Have a good night.
All right.
And the last guy is the one who was petrified. He succeeds
petrified.
with style.
All right, where do all these things go now?
How much did he succeed by?
Enough to be like
He had
a 7
he had an 8.
Oh shit. Alright.
Man.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Succeeding with style.
And get a boost. Okay, well, how does this sound? Instead of getting a boost, this is the boar that's running through the ice cold snow melt. He's no longer on fire.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
Runs in.
No, that's the other one. Right?
That's the
That's
the other
the,
one.
That's the one that was
That's the one with
petrified.
me.
The back
This is
one
the
is the
petrified
back one.
Goodness, you're right.
So the back
Sorry.
one maybe is no longer petrified.
Sorry, guys.
I guess kind of thing.
He gains his confidence again.
no, because petrified is a consequence, so that's like
Yeah.
a wound. Like he's
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
maybe he makes his way past. Like
He could
is
lock
no longer
onto
in the back.
He regains his
or, like,
composure. Regains composure.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that like the advantage basically is that he gets up further up to the next group.
That's
Wait
it.
for this guy, the back one.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry.
That's
You're
all
right.
right.
This,
That's
The
fine.
back one's the one that succeeded.
Yeah, you focused on the guy
Wait.
who's like flaming.
And that works because I moved out.
Exactly. So he's in that group too. I mean, you guys are all moved up into the one
Right.
or whatever. He moves up into your group.
Right. Yes, you got it.
I was like, don't you?
Now there's a zone back here that is literally nothing, an invisible space.
Yeah.
So now there's 3 minus.
That's kind of how that
instead of 4.
narratively makes sense, though, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
all
it's
closing in
just
on
not a
this
space anymore.
friggin-
Because we didn't realize there's a blizzard coming.
all right. So we got our next obstacle.
This is the fourth one.
Yeah.
Uphill both ways.
Precarious pass. So you've got a crumbling cliff edge on one side and then a jagged wall on the other side. So yeah, if you can imagine, like one side's falling off and like down a long ways, and one side
coming
is
around here.
Right
it's
here?
no, well, it's here. It's this part is
Sweet.
yeah.
Okay. Do we want to move ahead a little bit?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and move everything up.
Who is first in the new round?
Firla?
Still me. Yeah.
Foila?
Yeah, you can go all the way up to the corner there, kind of.
Edge.
Curious pass.
He used too much side.
Yeah, see, Foila. Come on. Foila. She owes me money.
Foila.
I'm gonna get you.
Is that your impression of Jim? Is that dude still alive?
No.
She owes me money.
It's some
This one, yeah.
gangster that
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
just knows
Yeah,
Foila.
see? Yeah.
The Snowvine is going after that guy.
Okay.
It's the money.
It bursts out of the snow, and the previous guy is tangled still in it. But he's like limp. Like it's like wrapped around him like a snake, but then it's like mouth is going after this other guy. Like, he's just like limp.
Terrifying.
held in its leg.
Don't want to be around it.
Snowvine?
Yeah, at the end it's gonna be Snowvine and Kalima. Everyone else is gonna be dead. And you're
Kalima
gonna
will
fight to
never
the
die.
death.
All right, I got a
My prediction is still
3,
still
Josh,
favorite.
on my Snowvine's attack.
Okay.
The Dracana event is happening behind them, and they're dueling to the death.
Yeah, they're not even. They care not.
I mean,
Disinterested in the quest.
that's the aspect. That's the
Right,
trouble.
and non-discerning. They see only one other
What'd you have? A 3?
3.
It's
And this is
like the
against that
highlighter,
normal
they
orc?
only one.
Yeah.
I had a 1.
Cool.
So you get him.
And yeah, I got a weapon 3. See, go
Yeah,
down.
that takes him out.
Yes.
Gone.
Grabs hold of his head and yanks him off the horse, and then like swoops back into the ground. And both of them are like their legs are just like right next to each other, and like
They die as friends.
one of them kicking and one of them limp as they're pulled into the snow.
This horrible creature.
I love this Snowvine. It's
I
my
know.
favorite.
It has to be your arm at some point.
Yes.
All right, cool.
That was me and Josh's war riders.
War Riders. Okay, so everybody in this whole area is all kind of together right now. So, so one of these guys is gonna go, I think, for Alexi, who's on his horse by himself.
Bring it.
So yeah, he sees you like come pull back, and he like charges up and is like just trying to come up and ram you from the side.
Is this the flaming one?
Yes, this is the flaming one. So this boar is also on fire.
Ah, no!
I could use some barbecue.
Very much on fire.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm at a 7 right now.
I'm at a 5 right now.
Ooh.
So, can I invoke the fire?
You can, but you'd have to pay for it.
So I think at some point that turned to an aspect, right?
The fire?
Yeah, I think it was just a boost, but I'm cool with just saying that it's an aspect.
Yeah, now the boar is permanently on fire.
Yes.
I cannot set the board any more on fire than I already have.
Okay, so
Until consumed.
if you were to succeed by 2, how much damage would that end up being?
It's 3 damage. It's a weapon 3. So yeah, that you could just check your 3 physical stress box and you would be okay still, if you wanted to.
Yeah. But if I were to spend the token, I would tie with it, right?
Yes, and it would just get a boost against you. Yeah, no damage but gain a boost.
I'll just do the boost. Why not?
Okay.
Bibbidi Bad Boy Babs Boost.
The last one.
Is that it?
I don't know.
It's the last one?
I don't know.
It's gone now. You let go.
And keep in mind that you also can always earn fate points by causing trouble for yourself.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I keep thinking in my head like, this is just part 3 of the scenario.
You know, there's also
we're just
the
we're never gonna get our. Maybe not. I'll just take the fucking damage.
There's also this castle.
I'm just gonna say to you guys that you will get your fate points back after this.
Oh, then F it, yeah.
Well, in that case,
I can never tell how screwed we're really gonna be. Like, how much more of attrition are we really gonna be stretched on?
That's in part because I've been messing with the rule of it, right? Usually it's you just always get your fate points back at the beginning of the session, but we've been also ending in these weird situations.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you guys are going to be all totally wiped out of fate points. I'm not going to make you walk into your next encounter with literally nobody having any fate points at all.
No one is rested.
That's just totally.
No one is eaten.
That's just cruel.
or is it survival?
Take the damage. I think I'm gonna take the damage.
Okay,
instead.
so you take 3 damage.
Yeah, I'll just take it.
Wise.
Yurik and Ash are
I thought about it and I was like,
Was that?
Or I'm sorry, Alexi is
cool.
after
You can be real
the war
cool
man
about it.
is done.
Yeah, I still have a second attack here.
Who are you going against?
I think you. Your cart.
The goat.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Daniel. You somehow got all of them on you.
Sounded wrong.
No, this is what Kalima wants. I'm defending this time. Barf.
With barf.
I defend with barf.
Oh, you have a stunt called Wall of Barf?
I
It's
have.
not very effective.
Wall of Barf.
I'm at a 7, man.
I'm not at a 7.
It's like a projectile.
I am at the opposite of a 7.
Yeah.
What is the opposite of 7?
-7?
That seems right.
And yet it isn't.
And keep in mind that if it hits you, oh well, never mind. It will still be doing excess damage.
I've got to.
This guy is petrified. It's not a free invoke, but you could invoke it against him. Kalima is enraged.
That's right, but that's a boost against these two.
Well,
I think the idea was that if it is
It's a boost for Kalima, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Kalima is pissed off.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
which-
then, she's pissed about it. So I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
She is enraged.
Yeah.
All right. So that is at least a 4, and you got a 7,
Yeah.
and so that's the best I can do. Yep. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay, so I'm 3 over you, so I gotta. Okay, so I have a weapon 3.
Yeah, that's gonna take
And-
my less physique.
Yeah, but it's gonna do more than that, right? Because if I succeed well over, then I still do more damage than.
yeah, you'll always do
Or actually, my total result that I had over you was a 3. So I'm sorry, 3 is the correct. Yeah. If I had had a 4, then it's I take the 4
Correct.
rather than 3.
Yeah.
So yes, you take 3 damage.
Okay.
You or the cart or Kalima.
I'm taking it.
All right.
That's it.
Kalima never takes damage.
Cool.
Alexi is
Yurik's
if
neck
the
is
war
just
riders
wrecked.
are done.
Yep.
Alexi's up.
Well, I think it's time we clear the playing field.
Tornado, what's your
Imagine Alexi's sword being like Final Fantasy size.
Buster sword. Adjudicator. I'm still working on it. I was like, Bifrost? No, that doesn't sound cool.
What are you doing? Who are you?
So. Oh, wow.
We can't sing that song yet.
Well, you gotta tell me.
Not yet. All right. Still deep.
What'll I roll and I'll tell you what I
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the kids at the Heroes Guild try to do that all the time, man. It's like, nope, you didn't say, so you have to roll again. You
So
have to
this
tell me
guy
what
is
you're
his
doing and
own
then roll.
separate. Is that
Yep.
how that works? And then these two guys are a group.
Yep. Mhm.
Or no? Okay, so
The two on horses.
These two guys are by
Sets.
themselves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then this is a group.
Yeah.
And then do we have anybody left? over
Nope.
there? Oh, so we just have these guys left.
Snowvine's feasting up there.
So I guess I'm going to attack. I guess I'm going to go after the group. These guys. That seems like that would make sense. Because these are pretty hefty, pretty beefy looking guys.
Yeah,
right?
I think it makes sense to go after either. That one guy came up and attacked you and did damage to you, and you could have maneuvered around in a way where you're facing these other orcs instead of him. You guys are all in the same zone right now, so yes.
Yeah, I'm about eliminating.
Yeah.
Well, this sounds mean. I'm not eliminating your choices, but I'm trying to like. I don't know.
No, yeah, totally.
I want to focus fire. So I guess I'm gonna take these guys out. So that would be a 3.
Okay, attack
Yeah.
of 3 against. And there's. So they're defending also with a 3.
Good lord. These dice are just.
I know.
The
Crushing it
frosty,
tonight.
the frosty
Jeez.
dice. Yeah.
I remember using them. They were not good to me.
Yeah, that's how it goes, right? So I do defend.
All right, we clash.
In fact, yeah, just I'm at a 5. Ching. All right. Alexi, who's after?
Yurik and Ash.
I'm ready to go. If
Yeah, go.
Also,
all
keep
right.
in mind this precarious pass.
It'll be fine. What could go wrong?
it's a Percara pass.
I see
Prepare-
this board
prepare
go
us.
after Alexi and that, and you see it. This flame that's surrounding me just starts to swirl up and become basically a pillar where you
Yeah.
basically can't see me much
Cool.
anymore. And
Cool.
I send out basically a cyclone of wind to this boar to basically whip the fire up around the rider.
Okay.
So I am going to. I'm trying to decide if that's gonna create an advantage as far as like the fuck it. I'm just gonna try and do some damage with fire. So I'm basically whipping up the fire around the rider to try and do as much damage.
I will say, because I'm benevolent, that the rider has taken no damage from that on that guy.
Yeah.
But the boar has taken a good bit of damage.
Okay. So I
get what you're going for totally, but I'm saying that like if you attack the rider, you're just splitting up the damage
Right.
and you're not actually taking anything out.
You're right. I want the bacon. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm basically just whipping the flames
Yep.
up. Narratively, it's up on the
Yes,
rider,
love
but
it.
like
I love it.
he's doesn't give a shit apparently.
He
about
loves
fire.
No, he's burning. He's like laughing.
He lives for this shit.
So that's a 5.
5, nice. All right, so I'm doing endurance for the boar. It does have a high endurance.
Squish, 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 squish.
As many anime lads as we can conjure.
Yes.
Wait, who's that?
It's a goofy girl. What's her name?
I feel like that's also the laugh of Caesar, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's
Caesar clown.
I thought I was thinking.
Corona.
I haven't-
You can barely differentiate them.
Oh my god, I gotta watch this.
Hold on. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. This stream, our audience is just like, what are we doing?
What's going on?
What am I doing even? I totally forgot what I was doing.
You're rolling defense. You're rolling defense. You're rolling
That's part of our
endurance
plan.
against
Yeah,
the fire.
exactly.
Or-
Endurance. Yeah, I had a 5. A tie.
A tie.
Forgetting what you were doing,
Fuck
part
it.
of your plan.
On
He's already
fire.
on fire.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
But boar is flaming.
I can't believe it's taking this much fire to take down a fucking boar.
It's thick
Yeah,
fat, man.
well,
it takes
it's nearly out, man. It's got a consequence, and that's it.
Woo! It's gonna be bacon soon.
Okay.
Its
All right.
endurance was its highest stat, so it had a lot of physical health.
So where is this?
as well. Should have went after the rider.
he is pretty tough too, but not quite as tough.
Where is this guy in like narratively speaking to me at this point? Is he still behind me, or is he caught up to beside me? Where has he been attacked?
Dude, check
Wherever you want him to be,
Check him.
near to you.
Yeah.
Check him. Check him.
Take his legs.
Kalima's taking another look.
Yes. Yeah. The eye.
Evil goat eye.
This is where that like zoom in but zoom out effect happens. It's like the world zooms out but we zoom in on the eye. Yeah.
This shit is so
Wouldst thou like to live? Kalima's taking another look.
I got a +5. It's this guy's will defense. Decent, but not gonna do it, I think.
Yeah, he had a 1. Dang. Man, what? Okay, I mean, you take him out, but narratively, what happens here?
Yes.
So narratively, the guy leaps off of his war, just like I've
Just frightened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Like this, he's
Not that
watched
guy.
his war pig smash against this goat several times, and the goat is like relentless.
I like to think that he's like running alongside Kalima, and Kalima just goes like,
No, not safe. I gotta go.
It's the chipmunk. Bum bum bum. Dramatic. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There it is.
wow.
I can't believe it.
All right, Josh is up with
Cannot
his
believe it.
non-war riders.
So
That's
just
so
these
good.
two guys left. Okay, they are prepared to board, and that's what they're doing. They're attempting to both jump on.
This one or
Yeah. Can I roll for them together, or do I have to roll separately?
just roll together.
Yeah. Athletics 3. I had said before.
Cracked.
Oof. Yes. Oof.
Love it.
Call him, man.
Calling shots.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna boost because I can. That puts me at a -1.
-1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just have Dolph.
I think they're failed, bro.
Oh, did it just straight up fail?
I mean, you said it was like a 3 to.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just gonna go with the 3 if that's cool. Or do you guys want to do the defense?
3's good.
Three's fine.
Yeah.
Three's fine.
Three-
That was not a roll. I'll take
Well, I was doing 3 before, so that's where I was going with that. But you're right. If I'm rolling against you guys, it probably should be a defense. And yeah, so I did not succeed, or I succeed at a cost, right? Man, I'm gonna spend a fate point. These guys are brutish but not bright.
There you go.
They're jumping up, both of them, and landing in the wagon.
Is this your wagon?
No,
you're
this
up
is
here,
this
aren't
is
you?
the sitting duck wagon.
That's right.
Not really. I mean, you're right there. You guys are both right there.
Well, it was the sitting duck wagon.
Okay, that's it for my guys.
All right, Lhanji's up.
I think I'm gonna try to send Navius on a horse back to help out, unless... Yeah, I think that's the best.
Okay.
Except he doesn't have athletics.
You can do it.
He's already...
You could create an advantage for our pass here, so
Yeah.
same thing.
That's an option.
Like, chart out
I
the
would.
safest
Or
route.
a rallying cry.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I wish is, I wish I could contribute. Like with the ledge, I was hoping to use Babs to do some tricky driving and maneuver people off of cliffs, but all the action is in the back,
Yeah.
and I can't impact this area without like challenging all of my people who are trying to travel up.
Yeah.
So, sending Navius back is one idea. Trying to do some long distance attacks, I guess, would be the other.
What if,
But I don't have I don't have.
You could use handle animal to make it bad for the orcs to get through the pass.
Is Lhanji vain enough to have a compact mirror?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Could try some reflective.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. To create an advantage
That's
to
a good idea.
blind them
Yeah, that's
with the
pretty
compact
good.
mirror.
What time of day is it?
No
I don't know.
idea
Let's
what time
check
it is.
and see what day of the year it is.
Oh, let's get the
Calendar
calendar.
time.
Hi, son.
Calendar.
And then,
time.
based on the time of day, we'll be able to triangulate where it is in the sun.
Looks like we're in like what the first sickle of harvest.
No,
will.
that's not correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't actually
Absolutely
remember
not.
what
That
it
is
was.
certainly not it.
That's okay.
It was the sixth sickle when we passed beyond the side of the reef.
Yeah, and then you
Oh,
traveled
okay.
for like
However
3
many
more
days
days,
after
or three more. I think it was the 9th sickle
Oh, okay.
is where we had left off.
Okay. So it was maybe
But we don't know what time
more
it
like
was.
Dad, maybe.
That's not a bad.
Well, we stayed the night at that camp, right? And we got up in the morning and had
Yeah.
to run away from the. That's when we heard the stuff, right? When we took over.
Well, no, we stayed the night in that camp.
You were
and
scavenging,
and
but I
then we
don't think it was
scavenged the
determined
next
what time of day it
Yeah.
was.
I like to think that inadvertently you weren't even like trying to like hurt anyone.
I was just fixing my
You're
hair.
just like, hang on, I'm gonna have some negotiations we gotta do when we get to this castle.
Yeah, I don't see how I could use driving. Like, I would assume I would use driving to like make it. Like, if someone was with me, we could kind of create a drive them into or off of.
Yeah.
If I impact that area now, all of my companions also have to navigate. So I just didn't know what kind of roadblock
Gotcha. I
could,
see what you're saying.
especially
Yeah.
since the orcs have less maneuvering. Like, technically,
Well, here's something you can do.
There's
You can
no
always
difference in
act
the
basically as
challenge.
any of the other NPCs. So favorite is there.
yeah.
Is I guess weirdly. Oh, and Dolph.
Yeah.
You could do something with Dolph.
Oh.
Let's have, I think, Dolph maybe try to do the classic car chase, like, hard turn and fling out the assailants.
Ooh.
Yeah, because they're inside the back.
Do you want me to ring?
Me like
Do you want to roll for Dolph?
No,
or do you want me
go
to roll?
for it.
All right, Dolph is.
I think you should roll for it, Hannah,
Yeah,
because
that
because
makes more
then
sense.
your fate point would be spent.
Not bad. That's a +2 on the dice.
So that's 5. No.
Dolph has a 2,
4.
right?
Yeah, 4.
A 4
Nice.
attack.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna use I think probably athletics here.
Little red
Fight?
clock.
What is the? What are you
about to go
doing
sickle
specifically?
They're just trying to like hold on, but
Yeah,
I
Dolph
guess I'll
is
just go with
making that.
athletics. They don't have an athletics, so.
Yeah, Dolph is loving
Good for
this.
Athletics.
Whipping it.
He's loving
I
it.
have a
Cackling.
0.
Yeah, he's cackling wildly up there.
Succeed with shout.
He's been cold this whole time. He feels very warm right now. He's toasty by the fire. He's loving this whole
So
thing.
you succeed with style.
Sweet.
Dolph succeeds with style,
Nice.
and that was an attack, or creating an advantage.
it seem more creating an advantage, I guess? Like, in a big way, as in...
With style, situational aspect with 2 invokes. So yeah, you could just
They could
like
be
they're like off balance
hanging
or something.
on, or
Sounds good.
So they're sort of like...
or off balance.
Both of them are sort of like off the back kind of thing, like trying to hang on.
Pretty much.
Off balance, on balance doesn't matter. I'm better than you.
Hanging on sounds good.
Yep.
Good job, Dolph.
Yes, Dolph.
Nice.
All right.
Bringing it in.
Matt.
Let's traverse this this jaggedy side of the
Yeah,
cliff.
we're at the
Precarious pass.
Is that
Precarious Pass.
We are.
All right. Babs first.
Babs ahoy.
Bibbidi bab boy babs.
Yep.
Oh.
There it is, finally! It took me one whole
almost
thing.
made the whole session.
To be fair, that was on the on the rubbery.
It wasn't quite.
yeah.
It
Rose
bounced
down.
But it
really
doesn't matter
weirdly.
because it's
Still
passed
2.
anyway.
You still got it.
That was a 2.
So,
Bibbidi bab
Right.
boy babs.
Firla.
Easy
Firla.
peasy.
Got a +1.
I'm a professional dice dropper, so.
Yeah.
Yay! I got it.
Yeah.
Woo! I got a 2.
all right. Dolph, now just
My hair's on
just
fire though. If
cackling
you want to invoke
wildly.
that, Josh.
Yeah.
Whooping and hollering.
Dolph.
My hair's on
Oh,
fire.
yeah.
It's on fire.
Yeah,
Mhm.
4.
Diggity dog.
Man, I don't know who's more on fire,
Yeah,
like the
I should
boar
do
or
that.
Dolph.
Where'd that go?
Dolph's on
Oh, it's in front of
fire.
you. Oh, that's why I haven't
So
seen
Dolph got
it.
a
I had to
4.
face the other
Get
way.
in here.
Yeah, it's just too far away.
Ooh.
I'm gonna invoke it, Heath.
Okay. Oof. So then I do not succeed.
Oh, wait.
Firla's
Okay,
hair's
hold
on fire.
We have to stop.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that it was like, you know, like how wood will do, where it's like barely lit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
With like
And
the
then
wind,
at a
and then
certain
eventually
point-
it gets to like a dry leaf or something. and
Just at a pivotal moment.
yeah, exactly.
All right. So what do what damage do we take for failing the obstacle?
I think probably like a weapon.
Wait, do we have any pre-info?
2.
I can take that in stress.
All right.
You got so much physical stress.
I know my endurance is high.
It's crazy. Okay, so
I failed.
Okay, you take 2 damage. Weapon 2. Kalima or
Can't be a part of that.
or you or the wagon.
Kalima can never take
could we
Can't
claim
never
losing
heard of
some invokes on that?
No, can't be a part of that either.
The wagon could take a consequence. I think your wagon has a mild consequence.
No, the alcohol. I mean,
Thinking about it, the alcohol has probably gone a long time ago.
You could take a mild consequence.
Can't be a part of that either.
Or Kalima could take a mild consequence.
absolutely not.
You don't have any stress left?
I have 1, so it won't do it. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
better to take the
thinking-
consequence then.
And actually, yeah, I guess Kalima wouldn't take the mild consequence. She'd take a moderate consequence.
I will.
What? Good.
Well, yeah. I guess you're just applying it to anyone, so it wouldn't necessarily. This is different from the normal, like,
Don't touch me,
if I take damage,
Oh
I can trade it off
yeah,
to.
yeah.
I wouldn't even want Kalima to have an upset tummy. Don't do it. Don't let her take damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean, a mild consequence isn't that bad. You'll be able to heal it pretty quickly.
True, but I got fate points.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, I haven't invoked "Don't Touch My Goat" yet. So, I'm handling her very gently around this curve. I'm focused. I'm focused.
You're thinking to the mountain. Don't touch my goat.
Yes. No, nothing touches. So that's gonna be a plus
Not even sunshine.
no, unless it's friendly.
Hilarious.
That's a +1.
Yep. So you tie it.
Awesome.
So well, a tie to overcome an obstacle is succeeding at a minor cost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What all do you have loaded up in your wagon?
Beer.
Yeah, I mean, I think you lose some alcohol,
Oh.
or some milk. You've got this this giant keg.
Yeah.
You hit a rock or something, and it punctures a hole in it, and you're draining milk out, and you're losing.
Can we just do the opposite?
Sorry,
Tell me.
Kalima has plenty.
Okay.
It's just spilling out as you're like riding along.
You're just dragging it. It's so.
The dice is gone.
No, it's okay.
Oh, here.
No. Okay. Good. You've dropped it now.
So should that be some of our food?
How much were you off from it? By one? From succeeding?
No, we tied.
Oh, a tie.
It was just
just one.
Okay.
One invoke of food.
And then your orcs are overcoming this obstacle.
Kalima.
Okay, so just the one rider, huh?
Yeah.
And maybe this this other boar that's
The
still
boar
chasing.
still really wants to get us.
Okay, so the rider overcomes with style. The boar is still coming up for now, anyway. Succeeds.
At least makes
Okay,
me feel a little better that the boar
so
is adequate, still aggressive after the ride.
yeah, in fact, the boar is enraged.
Which boar?
it just sees
Just-
fire.
just
and
the back
feels
door?
The
fire.
back one, yeah.
It's
The one
becoming
that's on
fire.
Yeah, the one that nothing, because at this point it's not being like ridden or commanded, but it's also
Yeah.
still like it's a war creature,
No, it's
so
just, like,
it's
going
just
on base
going
animal
nuts. Yeah,
instinct.
exactly.
What's our next obstacle?
The other guy succeeded with
Each
style.
other.
The next obstacle is, well, okay. I think we should move towards trying to wrap up. So I'm actually going to skip a couple of obstacles.
There was a couple more.
Well, I had a total of 7, and we're going to end up doing 5.
Wow.
So we didn't move that much slower than I anticipated.
Jeez.
I was expecting
This is
three
just
max.
DMing hand waving.
Yeah, so narratively, the next thing, I'll just like walk you guys through a couple of them, is this sharp turn. So you've got an obscured approach. So as you guys are like riding and you're hauling ass, and there's trees and branches and stuff, and then all of a sudden they all clear away, and it's just completely open in front of you. It would be this beautiful vista if Hero had the opportunity to paint it. In fact, he's probably like, "Oh my god! Everyone stop! Stop! Yeah, we have to stop immediately."
The next guy.
because
He does this, and it's like,
because it's exactly. It's a sharp turn with a heart dropping.
He's yelling back to Amelia. Amelia, do you see this?
Oh.
Just look at this, Amelia. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
All right, the next thing that you guys see up in this area here is there are like dead oxen in the road with carrion birds that are on them, picking at them, and the debris of a scuttled wagon, and it is like still smoking a little bit. This wagon has got some
No, I don't like
hot
trees.
coal to it.
I don't like that. I don't like
And then the last obstacle, which we will do right now, is the narrow bridge. So it's got a gaping opening in the floor. At some point, there's like a piece of it that's broken away, right? That you got to get around, or even like ramp and kind of jump over. And crumbled stone walls. So that is the.
All right.
narrow bridge.
So we're on the bridge.
Narrow bridge.
Do we want to move everyone up, or should we just?
Let's just do it from here.
Right.
yeah,
got it.
I think Firla is going to use nature magic to have the. Is it wooden? The bridge?
No, it's stone.
Dang.
It's crumbled stone.
Dang. He accounted for that.
I'm sorry, but I did actually specifically say stone.
Oh, okay. Not on the bridge.
Yeah. Just the walls are stone. Just the walls of the bridge are stone, but the rest of it's wood.
Not even support beams?
I'm going to use survival, the notice component of it, to spot the like most structurally sound path, and that's creating an advantage. Cool.
Nice.
And I
Good
got
job.
a 6.
Cool.
Damn.
So good at
Do you want to just do the like advantage for the opening, or you can create your own if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like best
path.
path. Yeah.
You sort of call
good
that
at
out to
noticing
everyone.
things. Free invoke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a 2
Okay.
challenge.
All right. So I'm like shouting about the best path on the bridge.
Actually-
The right side is more
actually-
stable.
What did you get for your total?
A 6.
Okay, it doesn't mess it up to make it a 3 because I'm making it a 3. Because we didn't have to skip those other 2 obstacles if you guys want to go back and.
Yes, Firla's hair. Well, Firla's hair is
Now that
no
we-
longer on fire because it was invoked against me. But it was just moments ago that in the fording of the river
Yeah.
or the cliff edge.
The cliff, yeah, pass. Okay,
All right, so that was me. The War Riders.
great.
Rider plus extra boar.
We're invoking this hanging on against them, whatever they're doing.
No, that's
Yeah,
not the riders.
those are the orcs.
Oh, okay.
Is this one still going for Alexi here?
I think they're still tussling.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
determined.
I think so too. He's going for Alexi.
You mess with Alexi,
well,
you get insert.
That was
on
good for
here.
you. I got a 3 right now.
Come on.
Okay, so that's a 5.
Yes.
That's a 5.
So you try to attack Alexi, and he just deflects.
Man, that guy had a situational advantage too that I didn't write down. They both of them
he
succeeded with style.
Succeeded with style, yeah, around the pass. So
Yeah, and I never picked a boost for that.
They would still tie.
So I'm gonna spend it and make it a tie. Sorry, I didn't write that down, but so we're at a tie. He was attacking you.
Well, I too had a boost. I forgot to write down.
several, in fact.
I had 4.
It works both ways.
Multiple boosts.
Timothy made me mini boosts.
Go back and watch the tape. It's there, I promise.
Oh, Jiminy can corroborate. Most of the
Okay, so a tie. I mean, I guess he gets a boost against you, right? For the next thing,
And then
which might not
Hey,
happen.
that is the most
Boost instead of
advantageous
doing
and
damage.
dirty thing you can ever get.
Agreed. And then Alexi's up.
All right.
Oh, the boar's doing something too.
Oh, sorry.
Oh! I was like, wait a second.
This boar will not give up.
So, I'm going to, I'm gonna take a hero point here, or a fate point. I'm compelling this boar to do something stupid. I'm like doing its trouble. Confuses friend with foe when angered. And it is just charging at this wagon where these 2 orcs are hanging onto the back.
Nice.
So it's doing its damage to like the wagon.
The whole thing.
But like those orcs are
In its
gonna
way.
be in the middle of it too, right?
Nice.
So this is a athletics.
Which boar is on fire? Not
The one with the rider.
Oh,
Yeah. So I had a 4 athletics check against Dolph's wagon.
Definitely gonna invoke the hanging on orcs.
Yeah. So Dolph's he's loving it. He's like, bring it on.
This is his time to shine, man.
Yeah. So he got
Diggity
a
Dolph.
3,
Max
and you
value
came
out
in
of
with
this
a
guy.
4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna invoke hanging on. I'm gonna invoke that there's orcs between.
There's an orc in the way. Yeah.
There's an orc in the way.
Totally. Awesome.
So he gets a 5 then.
Yeah. So you succeed in the defense. I don't know. It doesn't quite make sense for it to actually like do damage to him, but it runs up and boom, and the orc's like, oh!
Right.
So yeah, the orc takes the damage.
What you doing?
Yeah.
It's grabbing hold of his boot. And it's like,
Yeah.
Perfect. Cool.
And then Alexi's up.
All right.
Yurik and Ash are on deck.
And you guys are crossing over this narrow, precarious bridge. Keep in mind.
So, hear me out on this one. Here's my plan. I think I'm gonna try to use provoke. Who's been provoked the most? Is it this one or this one?
Neither.
Neither.
Yeah, it was the rider of this
It was the rider of this one, but he's been taken out.
Okay. Well, I guess I think I want to provoke like the boar that's on fire.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. It's a total fake out, so I'm trying to get the attention of the boar, and then right at the last second when it turns around to look, I just pull away, and there's Kalima right behind.
Oh shit!
And there's the death stare. But of course I'm using my own provoke to get its attention. But that's my plan. You cool with that?
You cool with
it? Okay, cool.
You're provoking it, but like the narrative is that when it turns around,
You're like my
I'm like looking at it.
Well, assume I could like whistle well, and then that thing.
Nice.
Look over here.
So that is a 5.
Nice. Yeah.
5. Provoke against the
rider. The boar that's on fire.
The flaming boar.
This boar is like taking.
Well, surprised he does not have will. I'm at a +1.
You got a 5?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you want to be dealing 4 damage or 3 damage and a boost? I mean, this is like the last round, so.
I'll do 4 damage, I guess.
Okay. Well, so 3 damage will mark all of its mental stress.
Yeah.
But it will still have a consequence. 4 damage would mark mental stress and consequence, and it's still up because they're alive until they can't mark anything more, right? But it would be like hanging by a thread from one more mental attack.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do the 4 damage.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay, so it has a.
So as said before, I whistle to get the to get the attention of the boar, and then all of a sudden I'm trying to lock eyes with it to get it focused on me, and then just like there's just the goat cleaner just like staring.
You're just sort of like doing the pass, you know.
All right, Yurik and Ash.
Do you want to go? I can go.
You go. Yeah.
Okay.
What's its consequence? It's mild consequence. Go ahead.
Distracted?
Wrecked.
Right. I'm gonna have Tay do something just for fun.
It just has an irrational fear of goats.
She's back here with these 2 guys hanging on, and she just turns around, and she sort of like waves her hands a little bit in front of her. She's like, "Let go." Yes.
Enchanting them. Just let go.
Yes.
I love it.
Yikes! Alright.
Well, they don't have goodwill.
You can invoke hanging on.
Yeah, I
would
can
you
invoke
say
hanging
it's
on.
ill will?
So that
More like a copper tongue than a
puts that down to a 1.
You're at a 1.
+2 from the hanging on.
Well, let's see what they roll for will first.
I'm currently at a -1.
Okay.
I'm gonna invoke brutish but not bright, because I think it kind of makes sense here that they're actually kind of like, huh? Like they don't,
right.
They don't get it.
Quite. I'm going to invoke hanging on. So you counteract that.
Okay, so you're still what? You beat me by 1.
I
Where were
beat you by 2.
By 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it convinces one of the guys. They're both just hanging on, and one of them just suddenly is like, just let's go, and then immediately gets trampled by the boar. Right?
Fully fucked up by the boar. Yeah. Fantastic.
Great.
She sort of looks to Ash and smiles.
All right, Yurik.
So I want to create an advantage to get into position to avoid this gaping hole in the floor. So I was wondering if search would be a decent.
That's basically what Keith did, was finding the best path, and you could actually add to his if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, you did this already.
Yeah, we got 2 invokes on it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, then I guess I won't do that. then could I potentially? So we're running through. Here's what I'm thinking. So we're running through this this narrow bridge, and I want to basically like at the last second, like evade this gaping hole to basically create like a deceive.
Yeah, and get someone to fall into it.
Yeah, to like have this boar or whichever one you think is more behind me to do this thing. To fall into this hole. Does deceive work for that?
Yeah, I'd give it to you.
Or handle animal, either one.
Either.
Deceive is a +2.
I'm at a -1. So you succeed.
Nice. So at the last moment, I whip Kalima to the left.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that seems like that's an advantage, right? Create an advantage. You weren't attacking with it, were
Would
you?
that be a...
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess
invoke
it's
for
trying
the-
to create a disadvantage for
Yes.
that thing to get past this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that you can invoke on, like, for really any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gaping hole, like square. I think he's
Yeah.
getting at. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Cool.
It makes sense for this boar because it doesn't have a rider.
Okay, so I got one more orc, like normal orc guy, right?
Yeah.
So he's pulling himself up onto the
A Nork, if you will.
onto the wagon. You do still have another hanging, don't you? Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. They've
No,
both been used.
We've used them both.
Okay, so he climbs up and he draws out his sword and he's looking at Tay.
Don't like that.
That was his laugh. You guys couldn't tell. It was an anime laugh.
Oh, I just thought you were.
I got a 6 against you.
It's the Tasmanian Devil.
Does Tay have to defend?
No, you could pass it.
Can Ash
Tay
see this and defend?
defends. Tay defends, but then you can pass on the damage elsewhere, right? To like NPCs or.
Well, I'm wondering if Ash sees this and
yeah,
can act to defend.
Yeah, that seems totally reasonable to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're considering this cart a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a little muddy and weird, but
It's alright.
I would say that
Close quarters.
Ash has been very focused on this guy,
Muddy Banks.
but sees that is as soon as that boar turns
he's
around.
looking backward the whole time, so it's
and-
totally.
Yeah, as soon as he sees him draw a sword, he's going to act. He's going to. Yeah, so he basically going to just throw his arms out completely and send a flame right around Tay, basically around her body, and as directly into the chest of this.
You are defending.
Okay.
Keep in mind, you're not attacking.
Right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's a 5.
Everyone hold their spot.
I want to roll too.
We can roll. We can roll.
I got a +2.
I got a +9.
What was your total?
So you were
5.
You're at a 5. I was at a 6.
All right,
Give me the token.
who is dead?
Do you have any tokens left?
I don't have
you
any
tell
tokens.
me. It's a weapon 3. I mean, I feel like it's going for Tay.
It is going for Tay.
Narratively.
All right. Well, yeah. Well,
So and in this case, it's not like I know
That would work.
it's normally the thing of like
Oh,
you
that's
can.
right. You can't do
yeah, you can't just shift him. I
So,
think-
so she can take a mild consequence. This is not the case of like you took damage and then you're like I'm passing it off to Tay as like one step higher. In this circumstance, she is just taking the consequence. So she does have a mild consequence that she can take. She's
Okay.
taking it herself,
Okay.
and that
Well,
counts
you
for.
still have that.
I have 2 physical
Two
stress
stress.
open.
So
Yeah.
you could take that too, and then take the rest of it under your mild consequence, and that would keep you from having to take a moderate consequence.
Okay, I'll do that. So she gets hit with the 2 physical stress. and then a mild consequence.
For her.
I'm gonna say he's
like slashed her or
out.
something.
Or maybe like he.
I think she's
instead
got.
of getting the,
she's
like,
got
the
like
cut
a.
of the blade. She like hits.
She's
with
got
the side.
she's got an open like gash or something from his sword where he slashed her.
Yeah.
Wherever. Yeah.
Maybe he was like he didn't get a full hit on her.
The
I mean, he was going for a kill. but-
Chest or...
Yeah. So just cut.
Yeah, like a.
Deep cut.
Wounded.
Perfect.
Wounded.
Was that all your guys, Josh?
Yeah.
Then Lhanji's up, and then we're crossing the river. Crossing the bridge.
The narrow bridge.
I feel like we need more advantages for.
You have 2 right now.
Got this
Two?
best path.
And
We have-
it is a
we have
3
2,
to overcome.
And then one against.
One against them.
Lhanji commands everyone, use logic, single file, you idiots.
I guess if we just kill this last guy, we could go across it slowly.
Well, I was about to say that there are just more coming up behind,
okay.
right? If anybody like looks back, like they're not really close, but
Yeah.
they're
This was
going
a
to be
full
there in
army.
another
Yeah.
In
20
hot
seconds. Yeah.
pursuit.
Yeah.
The music tells me so.
Yeah.
That is the case.
Music never lies.
Here, does this help?
Yep.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Just don't look the goat in the eye. I mean,
No, I took these guys out earlier.
I wanted to keep coming.
just keep telling me. I'm not listening.
See, if it was a wooden bridge, we would just cut the ropes after we cross.
Yeah.
Stupid stone bridge.
If only we had a lithomancer or something like that. I don't know. What's the proper term for that? Rockomancer.
Yeah. Geomancer?
No, Geomancer. That just sounds too fancy.
I guess I could have Dolph try another cart maneuver since that is the point where we're taking all the heat right now. Could either try to shake out. Yeah, shaking out the orc in the cart seems like a good idea before we cross.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dolph's gonna go for another.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I think to attach my fate points
Right,
to this
right.
one. I'll go ahead and do mixed. Let's see what this is. Yes. Okay, Dolph. Yes. Channeling Dolph's mad glee. Blood. Dolph smells blood.
Delph just smells fun.
Diggity.
He's just having a blast.
Diggity Dolph.
He loves riding fast.
Diggity Dolph.
Riding hard.
It's a -1 on the dice, so that's just
Just
a
a
1.
To create an advantage, you need a 3.
Yeah. So we'll just spend this muscle fate point somehow.
Yeah.
What are Dolph's aspects?
Dolph, let's take a look.
Take a
What
gander.
we got, Dolph? What we got?
Grizzled tradesman. That's it.
Okay.
But his nickname is Snickers, and he loves to have fun.
Grizzled tradesman. He has this is probably not his first orc raid.
How about
on
this is-
a-
Well, certainly not his first time driving a wagon. He knows.
It's not his first
Yeah.
rodeo.
There we
That's his-
go.
That's his other. That's his other aspect.
Not his first rodeo.
He technically only.
I'm actually gonna write
Does he
that
get
down for
extra?
This might even be his third rodeo.
Get one.
That's technically his trouble. It's he loves this shit.
His
loves
trouble is
to
he has
have
the
fun.
manners of a goat. So
Ah, is that
we'll
the one
stick
you're
with
pairing with
the-
Kalima?
yeah,
Grizzled
he's
tradesman.
Grizzled
the
tradesman.
only one that Kalima has
And
gives any
add
respect.
All right, to what?
That's not true.
Bird.
Kalima doesn't know how to
Adding
do
two to
my
the success.
That's just adding to it
itself.
Yeah.
And we're
create-
creating an advantage of Like it gives an advantage against the orc in
Yeah.
the caravan. Yeah,
Are you
okay.
trying to make it like an attack though?
So he's like kind of off balanced.
Oh,
Yeah, you're making
just
him off
add to
balance.
this?
No, she's trying to make this guy off balance.
Oh, right. We're trying to cast this guy off, so.
Okay. Noted.
cool.
So now we're crossing.
We thought about just killing him.
We don't want to. We like him.
Passive. Oh man.
He's gonna become a.
All right,
Can we deceive him? Into
we're crossing. So let's do Babs first.
Bibbidi bad
That's
boy
Babs.
Babs.
You wanna roll?
Babs.
Hurtling towards the bridge.
Baps.
Bibbidi bad boy Babs.
Bad girl. God. Stop misgendering her.
She likes it.
No.
You don't know.
It's not
No
your
Babs.
Oh,
Nice.
dang.
Yeah, was
Dango.
Apparently she does like it.
Nice.
Alright, Firla.
Alright, I got a 1. I'm invoking the best path on the bridge
Nice.
to tie it. At the 3.
All right. Got two
What-
more.
what
We got
happened?
Dolph, and
Alright.
we got.
Dolph gets a 3.
Nailed it.
You nailed bordered and
All right. So I'm standing here at a 2 right now,
His best path, Dolph, best path.
but I know the best path, so. Bap.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna invoke the crumbled stone walls against you.
So they start.
Yeah,
The bridge starts
yeah,
kinda-
exactly. You take this path, and as so much as like
Yeah,
riding
you're the
across it,
last.
there's like a piece that crumbles off into the road against you.
So I'm at a -1 again.
Yeah.
That seems like a plot point, right? Or a quest point that the bridge is falling.
That we're trying to make it to the castle. I think.
It's not the whole bridge; it's just the wall
It's a crumbling wall.
immediately in front of the path that you were taking.
I'm trying to make some aspect make sense.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything out here that you can use.
Just take it, man. Unless you got a fate point. Last one.
I'm gonna say that. This one I want to use. I just want to be funny, but I don't think it makes sense narratively.
And she's just.
You're a dwarf, you know stone.
That's
Yeah, why is Kalima. Why are we looking at Kalima's aspects?
I'm not. I'm looking at both of them.
everyone knows the milksmiths.
yeah.
Even the stone.
This bridge knows me.
This bridge knows me. I know the bridge.
Secret.
The secret will not help me here.
We tried.
She's a majestic caprine, which means that she's dealt with crumbling stone. I mean, she climbs straight up cliffs.
Yeah, stone is no problem for a ghost.
This is not a deal.
That was still a really epic throw, by the way.
That Keith caught it.
in my hand.
Yeah, so that'll bring me back up to a plus 3.
This piece of the wall falls onto the bridge.
Kalima takes you right over it. Yeah.
Like hops over.
Stone
Alright.
is not an issue. You're in a wagon.
See if any of my guys make it over. Really, it's just this one with the flaming boar.
That also has an
Boar that's been on
here.
fire the whole time.
Can we please make food out of this boar when we're done with this?
None of it falls in this gaping hole that I'm about to invoke on it.
Oh, he definitely succeeds.
Yikes.
Right now, I'm an 8.
Oh, sweet. This is great. It's delivery. We're gonna get some nice little food.
Uh-huh.
The doorstep.
Uh-huh. Right to the door.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess I'll invoke the gaping opening hole either way, so
Yeah.
bring it down to a 6.
Yeah, really, it was just trying to overcome the thing. So
Yeah, but it's still succeeding by 3. So this boar is charging over this hole. This flame.
I also think the other boar is just running along with you guys right now. So he's trying as well with endurance or with athletics.
We eventually
has a 5, so he overcomes. And I don't have to roll for the other guy. He's just riding.
Hole on it.
Yeah, what a time anyway. All right, so we get into the castle.
Yes, and I'm actually just gonna leave it at that. I could go a little further, but I want to leave you guys not knowing for sure what. But
maybe give us a feeling.
Yeah. You guys,
this castle.
Pull into this castle. You like have to kind of bust open that front door, right? And you immediately get the sense that this place has been abandoned for a long time, and as far as you can see and looking around, it doesn't look like anyone's been here anytime soon. It's like cobwebs on everything, and it feels eerie. It feels like the hair on the back of your neck starts to stand up as soon as you come into this place.
Wind is whistling,
and you have a feeling that this place is abandoned for a reason.
Do the orcs make it in with us, or like?
Yes,
well, that's why
they do. And so at the beginning of the next session, you'll still be like fighting those couple of last orcs, and then like the other ones will be coming up to the door. So maybe mounting a defense against them. We'll see where that all goes. But you'll have some time before the other ones get there.
Yeah. So we'll
definitely
have time to bar the doors if we get there soon enough.
Get our stresses back.
Well, we can see just fine because the pig is a giant lantern.
Yes, the big flaming.
Yeah, we're like, maybe we should just keep him around because he lights up. Do we keep our fate points until those boars are dead? Does that make sense, or?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It seems like next session is like a beginning. That seems like a good.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my.
I think we should probably just reset.
Refresh.
All right. These boars are getting the.
All right. Any last words before we sign off?
Gribbity-gram.
Bibbity bad boy.
Well, no one was quite killed necessarily, but one nameless or one supporting NPC is certainly no longer
Amelia is
really going to be a factor anymore. So effectively,
I don't know. Have you seen
worse than dead
kung fu
almost?
films?
However, her aspect though,
amazing.
She's not a blind master though.
Her aspect, I remember this. I wrote this in specifically.
endlessly hopeful.
Endlessly hopeful.
Ooh.
It doesn't matter that she's blind. She's like. She has a vision of what she wants. She's gonna
vision no more.
No longer any vision.
She's gonna keep going.
Man.
She's gonna keep keeping on.
All right.
Amelia is a
All right. Well, I think that is it. Sign off.
Catch us all next week, same time, same place. We also have a Numenera stream we're kicking around for Wednesdays coming up, streaming Slaves of the Machine God, and we'll be returning to Jade Colossus at the end of this campaign as well. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna raid Welcome Party RPG. I think they're still streaming. I've been streaming with them on every other Tuesdays for a sci-fi game that's been great. So give them some love when you get there, and thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been glorious.
I mean, making good progress and having success.